Welcome back to the RaidzBank podcast. My name is Poplo, and I am joined with two of the best co-hosts with very clear throats right now. Heartless and Hoyt, how are you guys doing?
Now he has to leave the intro, or no one will ever know what happened. How's it going? It's nice to be back.
Doing well.
All three of us, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and for another
all
juicer as well. My God, it's gonna be a long one.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah. Buckle up, everybody, because we are going over summer sweep up news. We got a lot of changes to get through, and it's gonna be a lot of discussion. It's gonna be a lot of probably someone having a hot take. Yeah, this is gonna be good. So I'm really excited. As we always start our episodes, guys, what have you been up to this week? Maybe Hoyt, you want to kick us off?
Yeah. Something some of you picked up on, but didn't really know. I was taking a break for a while, but I'm happy to say I canceled the WoW subscription and we're playing.
Yes.
We're back full time.
Oh my goodness. He's full time.
So liquidated everything over there. We're back full time. It was a great time to leave. I needed a couple months off. I hadn't had a break from RuneScape in like over 3 or 4 years. So feels really good to be back. Really excited to just get back on the main iron. The YouTube series is still on hold until like I have more free time. It's a lot of work, but I've been grinding away at leagues. I did hit rune rank, so that's cool.
Nice.
I don't have enough time for dragon, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Just get as many as I can get. It ends on Wednesday, so when you're listening to this, I've got like 48 hours or 72 hours, so not enough time to get however many points that is, almost 17,500 points. So, but I've been having a blast. I'm happy I got rune. I think that's respectable considering I AFK'd for like all of it till except like 2 weeks. So yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think I'm missing something. I can't really remember. It must not have been that memorable, but yeah, just playing leagues. Let me check my collection logs. Yeah, I got like Dragon Full Helm. That was nice on leagues, of course, but yeah, just league stuff for me. 36.
Is the drop rate for Dragon Full Helm increased as well?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
It's still in the thousands, but from the Chewed Bones, it's like 1 in 51. I got it really lucky in my first inventory. And then, I did Inferno and Coliseum on leagues. That was fun.
Nice. League's experience.
I should have died on Inferno like so many times. I think I took 149 from Zuck and still lived because I had 160 health or whatever. So that was funny. That one I did not deserve at all. Coliseum, I actually smashed Soul, but it did take me quite a few times to get up to Soul. I was waiting for like the final phase to get hard, but it was just leagues with like a 3-tick whip and he was just dead. So
you smoked him.
Yeah. So that was it for me. Yeah, it was fun, pretty eventful last week for me.
That's good. A lot of content.
Yeah, lots of points.
A lot of different content. Good. Heartless, what have you been up to this last week?
Not too much. I just got back into the main game, right? So I'm doing some like account upkeep stuff, like farm runs, coral runs, as we're about to talk about later.
Chores.
Deep sea trolling. I caught a few thousand of each of the fish. So yeah, it's just been like a relatively chill week. I did a full Calfight Queen task because I kind of want that pet. So, but they take quite a long time. I think I died about 8 times on the task, just not paying attention while I was like looking on the second monitor,
It takes forever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You can die in leagues.
Hey, main game.
Oh,
you're just going for the pet?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, just going for the pet. I'm like 1400 KC or something. So,
is that what your life is now? Like pet hunting? You're kind of running out of stuff.
I think like for chill grinds, yeah, pet hunting is like one of the things I'll do because I've got like most of the supplies I need and everything. But yeah, Grandmasters, couple pet hunts, couple items that I want to go for. That's basically it.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of the cycle, but things have slowed down. And yeah, I'm interested in getting a little pet hunting going on. At least the ones that I'm really interested in. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah,
and it's pretty on Iron Man. It's a lot different. So I think Poplo would probably be interested to talk about the different metas at some point. A lot of them are the same. you just kill the boss as efficiently as possible, but you don't have access to alts, so
Well.
some things are a lot slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that there's a room opening up next to me in the retirement home. If you wanna move over, move on in.
Dude, I look on the look at your next door neighbor. I've been there for years, so
I think resources and like the meta game are really cool with Iron Man for that, because you have to think. There's some bosses you want to do before others because you'll stack up supplies. I don't have great examples, but you just think about things different. Whereas main, you just depends on like GP per hour.
It's
I would imagine
money. Yeah, you save but there's some things you just like can't put off. Like if you, I like BA, so I'd like to go for the BA pet at some point.
Oh man,
me too. Let's go together.
And I have some
you
friends.
Just pick the longest one to go for right off the rip, huh?
I'm missing. I've got like most of the hard ones, a lot of the hard ones done already. I'm lucky.
That is actually true. That is very true.
I have 8 of
I
the
forgot your luck is crazy.
I think I have 8 of the 10 top hour pets in the game for an iron. I'm just like I have core, all the raids, Bloodhound.
Just missing. Oh, you do have Bloodhound.
Yeah, I got the Hound.
Ooh,
I'm missing Penance Queen, which is like the huge one.
Yeah.
Corrupted Gauntlet's actually a really long one too, though. We'll talk today. It's going to be slower, but it's going to be quicker in the future. But yeah, no, I'll definitely talk about it more in the future as I like get into it. But I really should just get Grandmasters, and then I can start doing all the Slayer stuff.
Then you can play the game.
Yeah, I get Grandmasters, then I can finally play the game. Though I will have a small detour that I have to go for before. I don't have to go for.
Have to.
A detour that I'd like to go for. I'll talk about it later in the blog, though, because it is relevant, and I bet no one has thought about it, so I'll bring it up later. But yeah, that's basically it. Poplo, what are you been up to?
74 agility,
Mr. Host. Yeah, I need to get 74 agility so I can do the sepulcher.
The sepulcher changes or whatever.
What's been on your docket this week?
Well, like the people who listened to the podcast last week, I finished Winter Todd, got the Phoenix pet, so that was a pretty good one to get out of the way. I think that was number 56 for me. I think total pets. So
that's awesome.
Now.
Easy.
I know we're getting up there, guys. I think does that mean 10 left? I think 10 left.
69, 67, something
70
like
that. 70 left.
68. Okay.
There's 68. So, anyways, I'm getting closer. Yeah, I'm just trying to decide what the next one is going to be because I feel like I don't have really any more like AFK ones to do. Like I don't have any to do almost during the podcast now. I mean, there's maybe one that I could go for, the Chinchampa, but I really don't want to do that one because that just doesn't sound fun.
You have to do that in the wilderness too, right?
You could do it at Red Chins. It would take it'd take longer, but
no one PKs there anymore. Just put an Ellie on Staff of the Dead, and no one will go for you.
It's mostly dead. Yeah.
Who's gonna kill you if you have max gear? It's just not gonna happen.
Well, I don't really care, so I'd probably just let him kill me, whatever.
You just go raw, just as is. You don't care about the money.
I just go raw. I don't know.
Respect.
Okay. I will say though, West Coast, we got a big advantage for wilderness stuff because anything after 9 o'clock West Coast time, just dead. Like 9 p.m. The wilderness is just dead. I remember when I was doing like wilderness pets. Just log on at 9 o'clock. You never see anybody.
The thing is,
you don't see any of your friends either because they're all go to finish dinner, jump on the play, do a couple raids. Ding, 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 ding. Everyone's jumping out of Discord because it's bedtime. Goddamn East Coasters, and you're there. Solo content. The West Coasters know how it is.
Good.
No, that's it.
Oh, the PKers, the ones you have to worry about, the true like demons are just usually such degens. They're waking up at 9 p.m. man. You can't escape them. I used to wake up and do stuff before work in the wilderness, and there'd just be demons on. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I know what you're doing. This is your life. I get it, but
yeah, their sleep schedule's all messed up and flipped, and
but yeah, you get
live for the PK.
The casual dad game raggers. You do get to avoid them, so it's a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those guys aren't usually problematic. Besides, just
they're just annoying.
They're never gonna kill you.
Yeah, they're kind of funny. They're just cute.
Not if you're at the Debbie bosses. Yeah, I mean, no one can touch you. But yeah, so my week this week, I've been kind of taking a detour. I was doing a little bit of salvaging on the group Iron Man. Got to get 65. I got 65 for the new quests that are coming out. That'll be the new rec. So I got that checked off, and then I've been working on my alt, getting the quest requirements for the new stuff coming out, just in case there's like a good use for alts, kind of at the new pets and stuff like that. So been slowly chipping away at those. I only have a couple levels to go, but kind of just a little side project while I think about what's next on the main. So it's kind of been kind of nice. So
nice.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what's been up with me. Guys, if you want to share achievements as well, we do have a Discord where you can join. You can share achievements, drops. You can find out about upcoming events and just chat about the game or the podcast. We also do have a Patreon where you can support the show for as little as $3 a month. But if Patreon is not your thing, consider taking a listen to a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and we're going to get into the summer sweep up. But before we do, there's just been a couple other updates. I don't know why this is in the blog, Hoyt, why you put it in our notes, but we now have Game Worlds for Singapore, South Africa, and Japan. So if you're listening from any of those countries, please come to our Discord and drop us a message. It'd be so cool to hear from you guys. I wonder what life is like in other parts of the world. That would be super cool. So
you act
maybe
like this is like 1940 or something. You talk to people from other countries all the time. Probably just
I said in those countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever met anybody from any of those countries.
I bet you could imagine what life's like over there. It's probably not too dissimilar.
Did you say you've never met anyone from those countries?
I'm just picking on you, though.
You guys are bullying me.
Yeah. Where do you live?
Supposed to.
What do you mean? Maybe I've met someone from Japan.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Anyways. All right. I don't want to do this. You guys are bullying me. No, I'm just kidding. Also, sailing changes have gone through. So all of you guys who voted for that, courier task XP is buffed by 10%. Bounty task got a really big buff with lower drop rates on task. It's easier to get tasks, and they last longer. You can kill more things on task. And sailing unique drop rates have also been changed. So there's a blog about that. We're not going to be covering that in depth today. We already kind of did. So go back and listen to that episode. And yeah, we're going to get into the summer sweep up because this is going to be the bulk of our conversation. So Hoyt, do you want to kind of take us through kind of some of the changes, improvements, and we'll give our thoughts on them and tell you how you guys should vote. No, just kidding. It's actually, wait, this isn't polled, is it? This is just going to happen.
I was going to ask, there's suggestions that they're getting. I think
some of them are going to be.
Some of them will be polled.
Are some of these going to be polled? Okay.
I was trying to find a clear answer, and they like to be, corporate with their words. So they're saying these are suggestions. We want to gauge how the player base feels, which is good. But
so it sounds like they're probably going to be coming 50, in 50. unless there's a riot.
Yeah, most things polled, pass, but maybe one or two of the things we mentioned won't go through. But yeah, we have a lot here. We have 5 whole pages of bullet points, and that's the summarized version.
It's size 64 font, so don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get through it pretty quick.
It's actually written, I only write with crayon on construction paper.
It's just drawn in crayon. I think this is the hunter skill symbol. I can't really tell.
It's just my dog's paw. I just walked
he just traced your dog's paw on this. So go ahead, Hoyt. Let's do this.
Yeah, just interrupt me. I'll ask for your guys' opinion, and if you don't have one, just say so. We'll keep moving. First up, Hunter. Hunter rumors brought more players than ever to falconry. So they want to improve falconry. Right now, when you click on a kebbit with your falcon, your character is frozen until it grabs the kebbit and comes all the way back. So they're suggesting that you'll be able to move around while your falcon is flying and capturing something. So
it's so annoying when you click on one that's far away and you're just stuck there.
It's awful. So there will be a level of skill involved here because you can click far away and then move your tile, close to it so that it comes back faster. I don't know. It could be cool. Also, the big one, they're no longer requiring you to have an empty inventory. They'll just destroy whatever you can't hold. So it gives you meat and fur. They'll just be destroyed. Or if it's the hunter rumor, unique piece, it will drop to the ground. I believe they said there's an exception for that, so I would guess it will drop to the ground. You'll pick it up. So yeah, overall W. I was doing this last night in leagues, and it's good, but I think it could use a bit of polish. Speaking of polish, aerial fishing is getting a huge buff. This one, I might have some controversial Hoyt takes. I do have to say that we've been getting some comments, boys, from our listeners that we might be a little bit too jaded or negative sometimes. I think it's just our humor. We like to shit on things.
Jaded on what?
Well, I don't have them in front of me, but we've received more comments than usual that were, I think the PvP boss one sticks out to me. They didn't like how we were picking on it, or we were talking about.
Yeah, okay, all the PKers.
Oh yeah, here come the PKers.
I'm not apologizing for that one.
The tough snowflakes.
It passed the poll, you rats. So stop crying.
Did it really pass? Yeah, I feel like
everything in the blog from the campfire, from the summer campfire. What was the
percentage on the PvP one? I'm actually curious.
Probably on 98%.
90?
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm by a poll booth. I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. It was not super close. It was in the 80s for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we just get jaded about some stuff. That's just our opinions, so I'm not going to apologize for my opinion on PvP. Mind you, I will say I often get things wrong, especially about the mid game. We talked about this last week. Okay. I fuck it up all the time just because I haven't been in the mid game for like 8 years. So do my best to stay in touch, but I'm only doing it through Poplo right now, so it's hard.
Yeah.
Living vicariously. I don't know what I'm doing. Are you kidding me?
83 to 17. So
I mean, that's
the new threshold to pass is only 51% though. So
the threshold to pass is 32%. Whatever Rathmall got, that's what the new threshold is.
Oh my gosh,
the throwbacks. Okay,
we can't go one episode without mentioning Rathmall.
Staying on topic though,
bring it back, baby.
I'll try to be positive here. I always am, but no. Aerial fishing getting a massive buff.
What do you mean? We're allowed to have our opinions about stuff, even if it's negative.
Yeah, we are.
Right? We don't shit on everything. We have opinions.
Just most things.
Some things are good, some things are bad.
Yeah. I will say for this blog specifically,
it's like almost all
90% is going to be positive. Yes. Yeah. Prepare for the good vibes and just couple.
And here's the 10% here. Aerial fishing is getting a massive buff. They're making catches faster, allowing your bird to eat the fish in your inventory so you don't have to cut it. They're creating an AFK pool that will spawn so you can relax your wrist. Not that AFK, but it might be a few seconds instead of every tick having a click. And then they're also, on top of making it easier, faster, better, increasing the chance of obtaining mulch pearls by 50%. And then cutting all rewards half the cost. Wild.
It's good. Okay. Doesn't no one do this content basically unless you're a clogger?
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like I was pretty certain
it's a flex.
It's like a flexy thing, right? So it's kind of dead content.
Yeah. Very dead.
So
flex.
What do you think about you're the only one who's actually done this. Wait, what do you think of aerial fishing?
I liked that. Okay, so the big reward here is you get your cosmetic fishing rods to save one inventory spot. The cool like pearl barbarian fishing rod. There's 3 of them. And then you get the fish sack. So it you can put the fish barrel on your back, but it's just like the forestry basket, how you used to have to take it off to unload it. So at max, I think they fixed that with the new deposit container button. So at max, you're saving 2 inventory spots. And it took 60 hours, somewhere around there, maybe 40 to 60, depending on how lucky you got, for the fish sack. And that's efficient. So that's, in reality, for most people, like a 100-hour grind. And it was a super rare item. You guys probably only seen, you can count like less than 10 people you've ever seen with it. And I liked it for being that. But it's probably not healthy for the game, but it's nice to have these useless flex items. And I kind of wish they left it alone, but they did cut the angler's outfit. They made that twice as fast to get from here. So
God.
Potentially you could... The good thing is you get very, very decent hunter and fishing XP doing aerial fishing. So that is like a big plus, because in fishing trawler you're getting terrible... Well, I don't know if it's terrible XP anymore, but you're probably getting less, and you're not getting hunter XP. So yeah, they're not touching the XP. They're just making all the rewards so much faster and easier to get. So it's good, but it does always hurt when like they just straight up make things significantly easier that people have
I feel like
gotten.
that's a common thing though, like just the game. Like the more further we get forward, you can make that argument about CG, you can make that argument about, I don't know, one day when they're going to fix Corp, but you know, things have to move forward.
Yeah.
And the content was completely shit before. You said it yourself. Like, you know, it's not even worth the... I don't mind cool content like this. I'm cool content, fucking calling it cool content. I don't mind different and unique content, especially with like the multi-skilling stuff, even if it's like highly click intensive, if it's rewarding for like XP, you know, if you want to be that guy that does the heavy granite mining to make your mining grind faster because you can only ever play when you're active, then that's sweet. I'm glad you have a choice, but aerial fishing just had really no place in the game. No one was ever getting their angler's outfit there. You know, you're really just getting those rods for completion. So
to argue the other way, this will still be collection completionist content. The items are not like great. Like, you're not going to go get the fish. You're not going to save one inventory spot for 40 hours.
Of course you're not. It's not efficient in any way. It's just for people who want to collect stuff, right? But wouldn't you want to just make the grind like at least a little bit more chill than it is right now? Because 100 hours for a fish backpack is criminal.
Yeah, this isn't a good thing to compare it to, but it's like the Skatizo jar, where it was just like a fun thing. It was obviously stupid, but it was like just cool that it existed, that something was this rare, and it was harmless. So this one has a tiny bit of utility, so it's okay. I'm just a little bit, I don't know. Sad.
I feel like this is
Hoyt's gone full elitist on us now.
Yeah, a bigger philosophical conversation about whether they should be making grinds, devaluing people's grinds.
I mean, what are you devaluing? You have the fish sack, don't you? You devaluing the fish sack? Boo-hoo.
It's just straight up hours.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's nothing tough. Like, it's not like you went through like some extreme hardships. But then again, there's other way on the argument is if you went through extreme hardships like I did with Duke, I was very happy with the changes. I don't want people to have to go through what I went through.
That's the
I want you to actually enjoy.
Take.
I want you to enjoy the content. Also, and I think there's a middle ground between pushing for too much, like, you know, enhanced crystal weapon seeds don't grow on trees, like, and nor should they, because it's the most important item for an Iron Man. Like, you should be able to earn. You should have to earn your items, or else the game just gets really boring really quickly. Like, the whole thing is supposed to be this long journey that you enjoy. And, you know, if you're a dad that plays, you know, 20 minutes a day because you have 17 kids, then it's going to take you a lot longer than someone who's grinding 17 hours a day. But you want to enjoy it for yourself, whatever that pace is.
Yeah.
Right.
Without it being complete shit. Poplo, go for it.
I've also kind of fallen into maybe just a little bit more of a progressive mindset, because there's never going to be like an update or a quality of life or something that like someone hasn't done. Like, you're always, anything that you make faster, like, you're always going to, like, someone is going to have had that like achievement, or they're going to have it done before. Like, if they added something to like the, I don't know, 2K top cape, like if they added something to the top collection log, everyone who's like, oh, I already got green log, like I have the 2K cape, is going to be sad about it. But does that mean that you should not do that just for like those people that have the 2K cape, which is like a very small amount of people? Like, should you not add something that you think will make the game better just because of like, I think that then they'll have to go back and get it to re-greenlog it. I just think that I have become a little bit more of a progressive, like, yeah, this is probably better for the game long term, and so they should just rip the Band-Aid off and do it, because even the people who did it probably didn't enjoy most of the grinds. They just did it because we're all slightly psychopathic and just like to do the hours and put in the time to get the reward.
Yeah,
so,
there's
always going to be more
between the
content
two, right?
too.
There's a middle ground between what Hoyt said. You got to respect achievements, but also you have to respect that some content just isn't enjoyable and some drop rates are unrealistic or
easy.
Outrageous. Yeah, exactly.
If this went
like
from
stupid
60
stuff
to
like
4 hours, it would be.
Especially this, because it's like a legitimate training method. If it was actually more fun to do, people would be like, "Oh, yo, I kind of actually want a golden tench to like, you know, when I'm doing other skilling stuff because it looks cool. So maybe I should do a little bit of aerial fishing. And oh, bonus, it gives me actually decent XP, and it's cool to do. I've done that with tons of different skills where I'm like, I kind of want this collection log. You know, this isn't the best method. Like, there's better ones, but it's worth me doing it right now. I've done that for a bunch of different skilling grinds.
Yeah, or you get unlucky at trawler and you're like, I hate this, and you're like, well, it might take me a little longer, but at least I can like see my progress and get more XP. I'm gonna go do this. So
100%.
I like it. All right. For the sake of time, we'll keep on grooving, but overall, this is W. Hopefully, everyone, you know, ends up experiencing the content a little bit more. It does hurt your wrist a lot, though, but they're improving that. Like you used to have to click 3 times per catch. You click on the pool and then knife fish because you had to cut them to get them like the bait to keep going. And they're now just making it so you only click once. So it's like it's basically solving the tick manipulation thing that we're asking for elsewhere with this because it is a similar cycle. So
but you are missing out on the cooking XP for that though. I don't know if that's a big deal or not.
No, it's really, really small. It's like
okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
the boys did a 2-hour podcast last week and it was all about aerial fishing. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
No.
You're right. Let's move on.
So they want the deadfall trap limit to be 2 instead of 1, with a chance to save your log upon use. They'll make them faster to catch prey and a 4 times increase for wild kebits.
I'm sorry, only 2?
Only 2.
Okay.
Well, it's only 1 right now. But yeah,
they doubled it.
I know. It still doesn't seem like enough.
The XP is
have
like
you done
balance around that.
I guess so. I guess it's probably an XP thing. But yeah, 2 would probably still feels pretty bad.
It does feel bad. You're sitting there staring
at like 75 pyro foxes running around, not going into your trap.
Yes, just looking at the circle slowly close. So apparently wild kebits were super bad. So they're like 4xing them, just making them like decent, and then they're increasing XP per hour for everything else around 60%. So maybe this will be a chill hunter method. Rumors are cool, but you kind of hit a wall where maybe you just want to do one thing, or I don't know. Like the moths are kind of annoying, but we'll get to that. Other changes include buffing the Ring of Pursuit, Hunter Rumor pity drop rate for butterfly and moths. Instead of like 140 for the pity rate, it's gonna be like 80. And then they want to give Hunter XP for chompy hunting, so cloggers win a tiny bit of XP on their way. Yeah, any other thoughts with Hunter?
I mean, these are all great. I don't think that Hunter Rumors probably needed a buff, but hey, no one's going to complain.
Yeah, I went all the way to pity rate for something last night, and it was really annoying a few times, but it happens. Up next we have agility, maybe a controversial one again. For Sepulcher, they're going to lower the floor 4 entry level from 82 to 77 and level 5 from 92 to 87. So 5 levels for floors 4 and 5. Also, they're going to allow boosts from the entry, meaning floor 5 is now accessible easily at level 82 instead of 92 with a summer pie. So really, this was a creative way to cut the Sepulcher entrance, whatever, by 10 levels. They're trying to frame it as 5. It's 10 because summer pies are trivial to get, even on Ironman. They shit them out in the wilderness. So yeah, before we keep moving on, what do you guys think? I think this is W. I think I kind of asked for this. It's just obnoxious that it gets good at 92. You know?
Yeah, I would say I would say this isn't even enough because it's obviously better that you can access the higher XPs at lower levels, but it still feels that the XP for the challenge that Sepulchre is not worth it compared to the ease of use and sort of chillness of the rooftop courses, which makes agility feel like it's in a really bad spot because you have this really cool, like, by all means, everyone who does the Sepulchre loves the content, but a lot of people tend to just go back to rooftops because you can watch movies while you do it, whereas, you know, if you're doing Sepulchre, especially at the highest level, the higher floors, you really need to lock in. Like, you gotta have the music going, or like listening to a podcast, you gotta really lock in, and some people just don't want that when they skill, and I wish maybe that we had a middle ground between the two, and that the experience reflected it.
Yeah, agility is just very all or nothing, it seems. Rooftops or Sepulchre, you're all in or you're AFK.
Yeah, and I honestly, I would say probably most people pick the AFK.
The AFK.
At the end of the day. The average player, especially because the rewards from Sepulchre these days are not really worth the, you know, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, as they say down south.
That's right. No, I'm really excited to actually be doing Sepulchre a little bit earlier on the group iron. I was doing a little bit of it, but like floor 1 through 3, it's still good XP rates, but it's so boring just doing the first 3 floors over and over again. And I was like cutting gems and doing some other stuff during it too, so it's like still going, but I could only do like an hour at a time or less sometimes. I was just like, I don't even want to do this. So, I mean, I'm really excited to get down to floor 4, at least have some variety in it. That's where it actually starts getting fun. You actually start getting good chests, like some good rewards. So, I mean, I like it.
I like
good update, I think.
Floor 4 was fun because it's like the hardest without actually being hard. You can't actually really screw up or fail. You'll mess up, but floor 5 you can actually just not time it and get stuck and be frustrated. But I think
you just don't get you just don't
well,
get
you'll
coffin.
finish, but unless you don't bring in like run energy restore.
Oh, that is true.
Really learning, because I've done that and it's been embarrassing. People like run by you and you're like, don't look at me, I'm learning. I think going back to the XP per hour, it feels like they balance Sepulchre off of the people who do it tick perfect, which is like balancing Inferno based off speedrunners, where most people are getting like what's an average first cape? A few hours, 2 hours, around there,
half to 2 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they're balancing it around people getting 40-minute, 50-minute completions, and Sepulchre's like that, but with XP. And I feel like they really need to look at if the best in the world are able to get 140k an hour, let them. But you can't cap it at like 110, because the majority of us are just going to be getting 82, and we're going to look in the mirror and realize I'm just going to go do RD and get a little less.
That's what I did. You hear Big Red Japan's call from the top of the roof.
Yeah. So, all right. There's still more with Sepulchre to talk about. To open the Grand Coffin, you will need 84 Thieving or 92 Agility, so you can complete it, but in order to get that Ring of Endurance and the marks. However, looking at this doesn't really help anything, because every Iron Man and most mains will have 84 Thieving by the time they have 82 Agility, like for sure. If not, go pickpocket some knights. So you're not really like, I feel like they included this in order to say like, well, we'll let you do it, but we won't let you get the rewards, just the XP. And I'm like, I see through this. So, I think that is it for Sepulchre overall. I think we all agree. Maybe just look at the XP, increase it a little bit. Next, we have the Colossal Worm course. Was introduced to be like this AFK, decent XP. And it's just not AFK at all. So they're going to reduce the amount of clicks per completion, slow the actual course down, I guess. So you have to pay less attention. And then also compensate by making the XP more. So at the end of the day, you get the same XP for less clicks. I think that's good. Maybe even more XP.
Yep. I've completed this course, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The rewards, the aesthetic, the click intensity was fine. The XP is not great, but when you unlock it, it's comparable to like other rooftops. So I would recommend basically anyone who unlocks the worm course to go and do it, and this will just make it better. So this is a W.
Mm-hmm. All right. Add shortcuts and nerf. Okay, so they're going to add shortcuts and my favorite, I didn't realize this on my first read through. They're going to make the grapple shortcuts where you need the mithril grapple and a crossbow. You'll be able to bare-hand them, and as long as you out-level them by a lot, similar to fishing or hunter. So the big shortcuts they're going to add are the elite and master steps for mostly harmless on that island. We have to go through the dungeon. They're going to add like a high-level agility shortcut, which people have just been begging for. It's one of the worst steps. However, with the triple... I think one of those is a triple step that you can just avoid, but the elite, you can't. Also around like Gielinor for your, if you're doing the farming patch there for your pet runs, you can do that. And like Arceus Library, and there's a list of other ones. The big one though that I talked about is you can barehand the grapple shortcuts, because I never ever use these in the main game because I never have the grapple and the crossbow on me. I'm not bringing them either. So for instance, the one by Karamja Volcano is 53 to use it with a grapple, or at 78 now, you'll be able to barehand it. I think this is amazing. I didn't even consider how awesome this would be. You guys think?
Pretty cool. It's going to look goofy when you're just barehand grappling up a wall.
Are any of them useful?
I don't
like, are they in good spots where you'd actually go for it?
I don't know. Probably not, but
like Valley Park, Yano, there's already one for under the wall, and south of the wall you can just run around. I was trying to think of places where you'd actually use it. I don't know if there's one in Artie. Probably not.
Yeah, there won't be, but at least they're on the board.
Niche use. But yeah, at least you could be like, oh, take that shortcut if you're doing a quest or something.
Yeah.
Still relevant, still worth making the change.
Yeah. Overall, they're just like completely dead content, so now they might get some sight into them. But yeah, that's a good point. Most of them are just useless anyways. All right. Up next, we have Guardians of the Rift. So they are going to enable basically dry protection for the Abyssal Needle, which is used to combine all the pouches into one mega pouch, which is pretty much like mandatory if you're really going for high rune crafting levels, because it's just such nice quality of life. So for 750 Abyss Pearls, which is a ton, if I had to guess, it maybe 2 or 3 times dry for the needle, but probably more than that, honestly. I'm just ballparking. You'll be able to buy this untradeable drop. Yeah, what do you guys think of this? W?
I think that's really good. I mean, there's some people who, like, I went like 4 times dry for the needle. Like, I was crazy dry on it the very first time when it came out on Poplo.
Yeah,
so
I'm surprised they didn't make this change when they let people buy the lantern for $1,500.
Buy the lantern.
Because the needle's like arguably
it's more
important for the game. The lantern's
Yeah.
more important for the minigame. We're about to see the lantern's going to have a change too, so maybe their importance is more equivalent. But yeah, you want that needle for sure.
Yeah.
So this seems long overdue. And you're the Guardians of the Rift guy. What do you think, Hoyt? Are you in for this?
I'm almost like I got the Poplo problem where I'm just I did so much of it. I think I forget like how much 750 pearls is. Like
it's very steep.
It's a lot. What's the whole outfit?
The thing is too,
Maybe
doing the mini game before the colossal pouch kind of sucks because you have so many different pouches you have to unload. So when you get the colossal pouch, albeit I think you need 85 rune crafting for it, it does, or maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just top of my head from a few years ago. It's I guess you're high enough level that it doesn't matter. But yeah, Guardians of Rift was such a good update. And I'm glad they're giving a little
25 rune craft
for the colossal pouch.
Players with 56 crafting, 25 rune craft can use the needle to stitch together small, medium, large, and giant. So you could probably just do like the small, medium.
Okay, yeah, you can just do them like progressively as you get them. Yeah, so it's still like it's amazing.
That's big. Yeah. Trying to find the outfit.
To be fair, okay, outfit is like 1,300 pearls, somewhere around there. The lantern is 1,500. So I guess everything there just seems like it's pretty steep. But I feel like actually that's not too bad for the needle. It's like, you just go and do you want to get 2 outfit pieces or do you want like to get the needle?
You can turn in
and
dupes
I think most
well.
people would. Yeah.
You can turn in dupes. But here's the thing though, because the needle's the most common, you're most likely to get one if you keep grinding for all the other uniques that you want. Because you need the outfit, you need the lantern. Now you need the lantern for sure. You need the needle. So I just think not that many people are going to pull the trigger on this unless you're dry for it after you've completed the lantern and the set, which takes a long time.
Yeah,
it's just going to be such a small percentage of people that it'll affect. Yeah, it's all
I could see people going for the outfit and then the needle if they still don't have it. Like that would be annoying. Then you have the outfit and you have the.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And then that would then the lanterns is the last thing. You just have to do the whole grind over again, a little bit less, but you're like 70% of the way there, 60% of the way there for total pearls if you bought everything.
It's also good because it like people who want to stay at the minigame but are having a bad time because their inventory sucks. Like this is a reward which keeps you at the minigame versus a reward that lets you leave, but maybe not because it is like some people might just go to get this and then go do ZMI, but. I don't know. There's something I'm cooking there. I can't quite put it into words, but I think it's overall a good thing. And now that we put it in perspective, it seems like fairly easy to get. Definitely gonna take some hours grinding, but it's super OP. Speaking of GOTR,
speaking of OP,
yeah, something I had to look up when I first got one because I was so confused why it wasn't already like this, but they're going to allow the Abyssal Lantern to work outside of the minigame. So for whichever logs would apply to the overworld, a lot of them are like, get more points. Obviously, it doesn't matter. So there's a few ones. Blisterwood in your Abyssal Lantern
crazy.
Will give you 20% more blood runes.
That's outrageous.
Magic logs in your lantern will give you 10% more of all runes. And redwood, and this is probably what, I don't know. I would just, I don't know which one I would use. But redwood will make it so your pouches don't degrade. So you don't need NPC contact. You don't need to bring those runes. Yeah. I mean, this is awesome. I think it's how it should have always been. And it is really defeating when you get one, you're excited, and you look up the logs, and then you realize that it doesn't. I still wore mine for, the flex or the fashionscape outside of the game when I Runecraft, but it's useless. So
they do look good.
Yeah. Dude, I tell you what though, I have an opinion here.
Mm-hmm.
It might be, I don't think it's that hard of a take. You're always going to use, if you're Runecrafting in the overworld, Blisterwood, Magic Rune, Magic or something like that. You're never going to use Redwood. Redwood is the most quality of life one. It makes your pouches not degrade. Why can't they just make it so pouches don't degrade at all? Why do they need to degrade? It's not fun.
It is a very, very small but real XP loss to NPC contact.
You're saying NPC contact lowers the XP rates? Yeah, but we've talked about Runecraft sucking for years. Like, can you please just remove it because I get like 2k less XP per hour because I'm contacting this dude in the mage, like the dark mage? It's just annoying to have to, like, when you're in the flow of, when you're in the flow of Runecrafting and you're like cruising blood runes or you're like cruising ZMI and you're like, oh no, my pouch is degraded. It just like ruins it all. And I feel like the fun of skilling is when you get into that flow. Yeah. You've talked about this before. That's when skilling is at its best if you're doing an active method. So
you have to hold space and then you have to press 3 and then space and then 1. Like I remember it because it's so awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
What are you gonna say, Poplo?
If you're doing blood runes though, like you're gonna probably just have for blood runes you do it through the abyss, right? Is that how you do it through the true?
No, most people are doing Arceus like while they work. But yeah, that would be
but then you don't need a rune pouch.
Oh, that's a good point.
Or you don't
but
need
you would have the lantern
contact.
Would the lantern work with Dark Essence blocks? Probably not.
Yes, it would. Surely.
Yeah, they are.
I bet it would work with Dark Essence.
Yeah. But you're right, you don't need the
NPC contact.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. True.
So.
Yeah, that's a good call. That is the correct way. I've wanted to try it, but I don't have a scythe or sang, so there's no reason for me to do that yet. Heartless, didn't you do blood runes for 99?
I didn't. I did some ZMI, and I did, or I guess I didn't do that much ZMI. I did soul runes mostly.
Okay,
because they were better
Me too.
XP, and because of the tragedy that happened at Next when I lost close to 400,000 soul runes, I had to recoup the stack. So yeah, it was good. Like I would have used a lantern if I had it, but nowadays it's quite important when you get into like later game Iron Man or even like mid to late game, you need blood runes, and you can just runecraft them now with the new Scarred Essence. You can just, instead of purchasing them, if you're gonna go for like more than 10,000, you should probably just Scarred Essence them.
Yeah.
As long as you have the true Blood Altar unlocked, and I think you need pretty high agility levels to get through all the shortcuts, but regardless, this is going to be now extra worth it because that 20% more runes is going to be huge.
Apply.
It'll apply.
To Scar. Yeah. I didn't think of
So,
that.
dang, that's going to be insane.
So every time you go, you usually get about 4,000 blood runes if you're using like, the little drops you get from Next, the Blood Essence plus. So you get another 800 on top of it. It's going to be massive.
Mm-hmm. Good shout.
Love it.
All right. Speaking of dry protection, we're going to head over to Poplo's favorite place, Temperos. They're going to add the same mechanic for the fish barrel and tackle box, which will both be 6,000 spirit flakes in the shop. I feel like this is equivalent to 750 abyss pearls. It's like a lot, but it's not a lot. It's just somewhere. It's the Goldilocks zone. It's kind of right in the middle. It's a big bite to take, but it's attainable. And a lot of people go dry for the fish barrel, and that's all you really want to start.
Mm-hmm.
So, any thoughts on this? All good?
Seems good.
All right. Heartless was talking about this earlier, but moving on to the other section, they're going to nerf the coral rates. So, the coral is a farming patch released with sailing underwater to create new herblore potions. I did a little bit of it for my Inferno setup for like Armadillo Brews, but they scaled exponentially after 92. So for those non-math nerds, it just means instead of like a straight line, it's a curve straight up. And most farming patches scale linearly, like a straight line. They've balanced them so that you get more coral up until 99, and then you get less than you were before. So they're evening out the curve so it's not super busted, broken. Heartless, what did you think of this?
Currently, so I'll explain the reason why it's broken, and why they're nerfing it. Currently, you're getting dude, sometimes I get 100 coral from one patch.
Jesus.
Which is crazy. Which then the real issue is that coral can then be converted into Armadillo Brews if you're doing you have to do the new crab. What's it called?
Crab Hunter. Yeah.
Rainbow Crab Hunter. So you can get about 750 rainbow crab pieces. You can pick them out 7. You need to do 7 an hour. Excuse me. I gotta get my words straight here. You have to do an hour of rainbow crabs, which will get you 750 Armadillo Brews. And it's essentially no time to do the farming. And that equates to a massive amount of herblore XP per hour. So they're really, really concerned about like herblore EHB, which means efficient, or EHP, efficient hours played. It used to be a lot lower, but they're just worried about coral taking over the meta and Iron Man like having to grind coral to get their herblore higher, because it would become the meta if it stays like this. And they're just bringing it back into balance, basically. It's disgusting right now. You get so many coral for each one. And it just equates to too much herblore XP. So for most people, this is like not relevant. You can more than enough with the post changes, make enough Armadillo Brews, and what's the other one? That new bandage that stops bleeding and poison and stuff like that, and the new fishing potions. You're gonna get enough on your account that this is like doesn't affect you. This is only affecting like Iron Man. They're going for like 200 mil all, or and potentially cutting off like future meta issues. That's all. It's a pretty small change, but I think an important one.
Yeah, I remember being told about this from a very high level Iron Man, and I just kind of rolled it off as like, I don't feel like doing that. But it's always like you want to abuse early and often, and we saw also with the rosewood, burning it with a the barbarian fire making with like a bow was just like 600k an hour.
Yeah.
So there's always something like this going on.
Yeah, this affects definitely those people that are going for like the big XPs and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's still important. It's important that they fix it.
It's just stayed under the rug for too long. This is the one that everyone's rioting over, isn't it?
This one? No, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
This is a reasonable change. I think it needs
handshake deal. Okay.
I think even the high level community. I haven't talked to any of them, but I'd imagine that they're okay with it being brought back into line. That's all.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Probably the only people upset were those that have been like not abusing it, have been using it and knew it was gonna come one day. Moving forward, they are removing the interface for bonfires, so you can just automatically start burning logs. I'm a big fan of this because I hate having to hold space when I tried to ever use a bonfire, which is mostly just like in League, so I didn't want to do Winter Tot. So, that's a W. Next, they're buffing shark lures 20%. The only people using these are doing it for the moon key half, and they are 2-ticking those, so this won't apply. But I think it brings them from 5-tick to 4-tick action, so they're already 2-ticking, so it doesn't matter. But overall, W, maybe people will start to use them more. And then they are buffing elite clues from pickpocketing heroes by 25%. And this one is kind of interesting.
Why?
Shout out to Lone Gym Rat. I don't know if he runs, but he's a big member of the collection log community. He's like, what is that? There's a clan. It's like the clan.
Log chasers or log hunters.
That one. Log hunter. Well, yeah, those. He's one of those guys. Content creator. Check him out. I'd love to have him on one day, so we'll write that in. But
he would probably definitely come on. He's got a sick account. That guy's got an insane account.
Awesome iron, yeah. He did a bunch of math. He made a cool video. So I'll do my best to kind of summarize that. But essentially now, they're still crap. They're still bad to do. However, they are now a viable alternative only for Ironmen. Mains, you're going to do, if you want elite clues, you're going to do the fire shades. But if you really didn't want to do fire shades and you didn't want to do Sarachnis, because you can AFK Sarachnis and get like 1.2 an hour elites, this is going to be like 0.8 or 0.9 elites an hour. But the benefit is you could get 200 mil thieving and get like, 600 elites on the way, or whatever it ends up being.
Okay. So, holy.
All of that to say, you can now, there's been a big problem in the collection log community with elite clues, because you have to do fire shades or you have to do Sarachnis, and Iron Men are just annoyed because there's just no good way to do elites, and it's been like so stale. So this is like a good way to get XP and elites, and it doesn't change the meta, so no one has to be that upset, but it's like the next best. It's an option now. So
I didn't realize that this was even beneficial in any way when I first read it. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm here. All right. This next one's a big one. So the mods all listen to Poplo's deep dive on Corrupted Gauntlet.
Yes.
All right.
They took notes, and they go ahead and make some changes. So we'll go.
They roasted me about the drop rates.
Yep, they did. That was our local mod, Heartless. Yep.
That was.
I am surprised I believed you. I didn't fight you on that one.
I can be very persuasive.
Yeah.
If you just speak with authority, then yeah, you can make anyone believe.
Maybe actually you might be right. Maybe the drop rate is 1 in 200, but just for group Ironman.
I think you're right. Actually, it's like 1 in 20. I think I went a little dry.
Maybe group Ironman just have half rate on everything.
Just not forward. The booger helms, right?
I believe it.
Good deal.
What if they released an account into the main game that like had like a different symbol, but all the rates were reduced in half, so people could play the game twice as quickly?
That's just leagues, right?
That's just Group Iron Man, but yeah, it's leagues.
That's just Group Iron Man. Yeah. Everything's a fourth.
I'm being controversial. Come on, they're never gonna do that, but that would be insane.
What would they call it?
Maybe this is a topic to talk about another time.
Dadman mode.
Dadman.
Yeah, and you get the gut from Oziak. It's mandatory.
Yeah, you must have the gut. That's so good.
Instead of the Iron Man helm, you just get the gut.
God, yeah, and then guess what? They'll still complain about going dry Corrupted Gauntlet, even with half rates. So it doesn't matter. We shall continue. These changes are really good though.
Yeah. So first one, they're gonna guarantee one demi-boss spawn per side. So it's a square. So and there's 3 at the top of potential rooms. One of those rooms on each side will have a demi-boss. It will be random though, so you don't know what it'll be. They're also going to reduce the attack range so you don't get sniped when you peek in the room. And they're going to add a guaranteed weapon frame from your first low-level NPC kill. So when you kill that rat running out, you're going to get a weapon frame right off the bat.
That
what
alone for high level, for people that are confident with the CG will make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can like very consistently get like 5-1 going 66% of the time.
What are they going to do with the speed times?
I'd probably just leave them like they do.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't really change it.
Speed time is like for Rex.
The speed time is kind of RNG. You just need
because you can reset. Yeah, so that makes sense. You and right now you can just keep resetting till you get the if you didn't get any demi bosses, you would reset. I assume.
Yeah.
So okay, makes sense. Up next, they're going to make resources stackable and crystal shards instantly go in your inventory. You don't have to pick them up. They're also going to reduce the variance of crystal shards for monsters, so it'll be more predictable, like how many you get per kill. Right now, it's like pretty big range. So
yeah, you could get like you get like 50 from a wolf, or you get like 105 or something from a wolf. You just never know.
Yeah, and you only pay attention when you're really scraping for some.
Yeah, I think it's great. It reminds me of like the Chambers of Zerg sweep up that they did, where they made everything stackable. It just life is so much better.
I don't know about you guys. I think this is
a really good.
I would constantly try to craft something and realize I dropped something, or more so, I'd drop stuff to my second lap and realize I had dropped my scepter, or I dropped my I don't know something.
It sucks with the inventory management, and then you'd run into fish and be like, "Oh shit, I don't have an inventory space." And you have to go back.
Yeah,
it's gonna make it
also you can also start fishing right away.
QOL and consistency was what we kind of preached that we wanted to see here. Or at least I did. I didn't want to see a change to the. I didn't want to see a change to the drop rate, the 1 in 400. It feels like really in a good spot for how powerful the Bofa is. Like for how many hours you have to put in, it's super reasonable.
Yeah, and they didn't cut down that much time. I didn't want them to just make I didn't want them to just make prep instantly 2 minutes instead of 6. So I like this. It's just more pleasant, less frustrating.
Yeah. You're not gonna have horrible preps anymore that take you a really long time. You know, you could be getting more consistent kills. You're probably maybe gonna be able to push the KC per hour closer to 7, 8. I mean, 7 is best right now.
6, 7.
I mean, the average person just gets about 6, I would say. Even me when I'm just chilling. If you take a minute in between and stuff. So this should just increase it maybe 10-15%, which would be great.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling out numbers out of my ass, by the way. I've not done any calculations.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Well, you might be able to get one more an hour for sure. They take so long that it's hard to get one more an hour, but nonetheless, I just want them to feel better. I don't even want it to be faster. I just want it to be more pleasant while you're doing it.
And they're just going to feel better the whole time you're doing it. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You know that issue that we were talking about earlier with devaluing people's achievements? This is a big one too. Corrupted Gauntlet is a rite of passage that
it's a scary one.
Every Iron Man has to go through, because the Bofa is just pound for pound probably the best weapon you're going to get in the game for how
best
much
power
time you
spike.
put into it.
Yeah.
It's huge. It unlocks so many things. That and the eye, between the two of them, you just need to get them if you want to push PvM. So you want to keep those achievements realistic. For people who've done it, like Poplo, who's worked really hard to get their enhanced weapon seed at like 29 KC. You really want to like make sure that they feel, that they've put the work in.
I hear a lot of jealousy. I hear a lot of jealousy coming from this side of the podcast.
You hear what I mean? You hear what I mean? Like you want people who have grinded it to feel like their accomplishment is still worth something. And I think the quality of life
100%.
and like slight buff to the content rather than changing the drop rate is the way to do it. So big
also,
W, I'd say, for this one.
People like me who really want to get their second one, but there's no reason to. So this like kind of helps a little bit. There's still not a big reason. They did buff the blade, but we'll get to that. Up next, we have they standardized the Scorpion, Unicorn, and Wolves. So if you watched our deep dive, we talked about how the Scorpion was the best of those 3 to kill. And now they'll all just be identical, which is how it should have always been. So I like that. They're also going to lower and simplify the cost of shards for crafting materials. So I still have a notepad in the notes section, the exact values I need for full armor sets and then for weapons, because they're just the weirdest numbers, man. See if I can pull it up.
There's a plugin for that now.
There's a plugin, but I needed 310 for full T1 prep or 490 for full T2. So they're just not like round numbers. They are round numbers, but nonetheless, they're going to make a full set of tier 1 and 2 perfect weapons will be 250 instead of 280, so they are reducing it. And then they're just making things like instead of costing 12, things will cost 10. So it's just like a bit easier in your head to do math instead of relying on the plugin. But they are just straight up buffing CG, nerfing it, however you want to look at it. But they're just straight up making it easier. So they're not hiding that.
And no one's complaining.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
I've still seen people complain about them not touching the drop rates, but they came back pretty quickly with we like where it sits. So we're just making the content a bit smoother. And I think this is all that CG is going to get. So
I think even if they lowered it to 1 out of 350, like that would just it would be such bad press.
And it wouldn't move the needle much. So
no, it wouldn't. Yeah, I think they're smart.
I think they just leave it, because if you're going dry, you do an extra 100 kills, like 800 to 900 KC matters very little.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter when you're dry. You're dry. It doesn't really matter what the drop rate is. It sucks anyways. So
yeah, it's like an emotional thing. They can change everything around it, but they can't touch that thing because people get like it's really sensitive. So, this is good. All right. Anything else with CG? I think it changes topic here.
Now let's move on.
Nope.
All right. Other PvM updates. The minimum number of attacks before Muspa changes styles. Sorry, I said that weird. They're making a minimum number of attacks before Muspa will change styles. Right now, Muspa can just jad you, I believe, like range mage. And it's so obnoxious when you have, an 8-way swap or whatever. They're doing the same thing.
It's because of you deal too much damage, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
they're doing this. They're doing the. We may as well lump this in with the demonic gorillas change, because it's the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, I have it here. Same with the demonic gorillas for their overhead prayers. So instead of having to be punished for hitting big by instantly switching all of your gear again, they're gonna have a minimum number of attacks. So I think this is great because those things do not scale with like power creep. Demonics is really annoying for people who did, like, if you did so much damage, you could just kill them quickly, but if you did it somewhere in the middle, you're just like, it was so annoying to swap.
Well, even if you have just like a Scobo and a, what's the other thing called? The Emberlight?
Emberlight, yeah.
You're like hitting 50s all the time.
Yeah, you can still hit 50 easy.
You basically, the meta is just to bring like a 2-way switch, 3-way switch, because it's so annoying to switch back and forth.
Yeah, they were made for the people like me with the What's the pre-Emberlight? I've totally forgotten. Just the
Arclight.
Arclight.
Dude, I still remember learning demonic gorillas. It was the first time I had to sit down. I was like, okay, after dinner tonight, I'm putting the music on and I'm going to learn. I'm locking in to learn the demonic gorillas because it was so hard. And I had the plugin back then too, the busted plugin, though it compares to nothing that we have now on RuneLight. It's so easy compared to what we have now.
I remember doing them in like with Guthans and a SGS, so I wouldn't have to bank. Just heal off of them.
Olden days.
Dude, Demonics was probably where my account's been the most spooned for anything useful. And I remember distinctly I had a Black Demon task that I kept for so long because I knew I could only go do it at Demonics. I had to. And I just did not want to because they were so annoying. They were so hard. I was in Black D-Hide with an Arclight. Oh.
Yeah, you got to do them early. I've never tallied out faster after receiving a drop than my 4th Zenite.
Yes, I got all 4 at 370 KC.
Wow.
Must be
nice.
It was awesome. I was so happy. But I kept that task for so long, and when I finally did it, I got spooned. So if you're listening, go do your task. You'll get spooned, trust me.
Just go do it.
All right, moving forward, they're going to lower the duration of Muspa's homing spikes. This is the final phase, right, where the rim fills up, I believe. Or maybe this is the intermission.
It's partway through. There's a special attack where, like, if he makes spikes on the ground, then they'll follow you around.
Oh, okay.
There's a special attack
through
during
the ground.
the thing.
They like spike up slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of follow.
Yeah, those are annoying, dude. When you get stuck in one, you're just like pissed.
They can chain you against a wall too.
Oh man, that's rough. Some people pay good money for that.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So they are going to nerf Skatiza's totems and reduce the size of Skatiza's arena. So easy escape, Skatizo. This is just so annoying. Even on leagues with unlimited run, you're trying to run. There's just way too many tiles. They're zooming it in.
It's very reminiscent
comically large
of original Karen when it got released.
By Matt K with a piece of notebook paper. Oops.
Yeah.
I seem to have made the tiles 4 times larger than they need to be.
Yeah. It's bad when like you run across a room and you can't even see the boss anymore.
Yeah.
It's just out of render distance.
Yep. Wild. You can't even see the other totems if they're active or not. Maybe you can. I don't know. But this is good. Not something like... I like these because they're not something like anyone asked for. We all just accepted sucked. And we're just like, yeah, whatever. It's not like they're going to change the size of the room, right? And then, we've thought about it after 12 years and we're going to do it. So, all right. And then changing topics here, same section though, they're going to allow lifesteal items like the Sanguinesti staff and the Blood Fury to work at Wardens and TOA. How do you guys feel about this, Endgame Raiders?
Why did it not work before?
Fine, yeah.
I don't know. Balancing, I guess. Yeah.
Balancing for what though?
It's fine.
Like it costs an inventory spot in the location in the game where inventory spots are at their most premium.
Yeah, I don't know their reasoning. I hate when Toa is filled with all the arbitrary rules though. The Shadow's really good here, the Fang's really good here, but don't take it out of here. And there was more.
That's because, they're all Band-Aid fixes because the raid sucks.
All right, the commenters are typing right now, Heartless.
Yeah, okay, well, you like
the
TOA,
dads are
then.
defending their 150s.
You like it? Hey, no, I'll defend 150s till no problem. All day I'll defend the 150, but the actual raid itself.
Money
150s, we still need to do.
Money 150s are a thing.
They're so fun. 150s are the best. I've talked about this before. 150 to 200, you're living life. You're loving it. Even up to 300 now with the changes, but like once you start pushing up, the raid is just so painful. Yeah, we move on. We can't talk about Toa. You're gonna just make me so angry.
How about just don't bring a Sang into Toa? Problem solved.
Yeah, I think these are like essentially irrelevant. Well, the Sang is not relevant. I think the Blood Fury is real though. Like when you're learning, you have a little bit more juice, like to get through the fight. I think it's a good change. Like why didn't it work before? I don't even know. It doesn't make any sense balance wise.
I guess Yeah.
At the end of the day, the HP is not really the thing that you worry about so much at Toa. It's like prayer, because you need the kick, because at the very, very highest level, you're kerosing to get your prayer. So I don't think you'd bring a Blood Fury on you already bring one on a max level raid, so it's just going to be small amounts of healing.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't move the needle.
No one's bringing the Sang. Sure. Everyone's got either a trident or they've got their eye or a shadow. Nobody cares.
Might be relevant to noob type or someone doing
not relevant.
Weird challenges, but to the average player, no, this is just your Blood Fury works now and will occasionally heal you.
It'll make your 500 kit a super tiny bit easier. By
I guess
1%.
Because on the core you're max hitting every time, so you should get some chunky heals. I guess that's the only thing that really stands out to me. But in the last phase, you're not really meleeing. You're hitting those ones, so I guess it could proc on the skulls. But yeah, whatever. A little bit more healing. Let the people have something to Toa, please.
Yeah. All right. Up next, and this one's my favorite. They're going to reduce Chivalry's drain rate so that it matches Deadeye and Mystic Vigor. They're also going to allow Chivalry to be obtained by level 1 defense accounts.
Yay. Good for pures?
No, they're not.
I'm sure this is coming.
No, they're not.
They
said, God damn it.
That was bait.
They said there's no follow-up sentence, so they acknowledge the meme. But they are going to reduce Chivalry's drain rate so it matches Deadeye and Mystic Vigor. Apparently that was a problem. It is not going to Piers, but they thought it was funny. I love that. They're going to prevent the next next bullet. They're going to prevent Surge Potion CD from being reset on death in chambers. So I guess right now the meta is to use your Surge Pot, die, grab another one, use it, die. So really, this is just because the speedruns aren't fun to do that way. This sounds like a W. I don't think the community enjoyed that either, but it was just the meta. What do you guys think of this or know about it? Am I right?
World record runners are in shambles.
Yeah. So I was asking someone about this. I wonder what they do with those records when I know bug abuse records usually aren't accepted by leaderboards, and it's all about what the community wants to do, but I assume if you can no longer do it in the game, do they remove the record or put it in a different, area? Does that make sense? If it's no longer possible.
I don't know. I think they'll probably keep it because there was also one with Theater of Blood where there's that I think there was a plugin that you could use that they took away. Though it was the one-handed or the one-click swap or one-click drop.
Oh yeah. I had that.
That I don't know if you can still. I don't think you can still use that anymore.
No,
but that was
broke it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was the way to get the fastest Verzik P1 and stuff. And I don't think anybody's resetting rec.
Oddly enough, it still works. They just had to disable it for that room. But it still works for every other action I use. Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's it's not an actual. That one was an actual cheat, kind of. I don't know. You have to go try it for yourself, but it is basically a creative way for RuneLite to, instead of waiting for the game engine to update your interface, it would know what your interface should look like and show you that, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, you wouldn't have to wait the next tick. Yeah. You would just do it instant, which is nice. Okay. On to challenge mode chambers. They want to fix the problem with receiving prayer scrolls. Everyone has been complaining about, in hard mode Tob, they lower the Avernic chance so that you can get more high value items. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone was saying, well, what's that?
Though calling them high value items at this point, it's not true.
It's funny because the money's back in the Avernic. The rarer, I don't know, items. And people are saying with chambers, why don't you just do that with the prayer scrolls? Nobody wants prayer scrolls, and it's what isn't it a 58% chance to get a prayer scroll and then you purple? I think I read that.
Yes,
so
58%.
There are three options. One of them doesn't make sense to me. We'll get to it. Option 1. This is what Jack said. Reduce prayer scroll waiting. Do nothing else. Option 2, reduce prayer scroll weighting and reduce purple chance. I don't. That's one I don't get. Option 3, increase purple chance overall. Don't touch prayer scrolls.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? And then I'll get to the creative one.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I think this is kind of a leading.
What about the other job where the other one where they like trade in the prayer scroll for a drop?
Yeah, I'll mention it. Or they can allow players to reroll. Reroll purples for a shot at something else or lose it.
Yeah. I think the cleanest way, if they really want to change challenge mode chambers, is to just increase the purple chance.
Okay.
I think
just
that's
so you
the cleanest.
Get more purples.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be huge, but just increase it a little bit. I mean, you need a lot of gear. It takes a long time to complete the raid too. Well, I mean, I know there's people like, I'm doing 12-minute chambers. No, we're not out here doing our, we know who we're talking about. We're not doing our 12-minute chambers or whatever the record is now. But if you're just doing your chill like 3s or chill 5s, you need some good gear. You know, you need to commit a amount of time that's more than top. I think if you want to buff chambers, slightly increase the overall purple rate. It's going to hurt the prayer scrolls more than the rest of the uniques, which is the problem. If you reduce the prayer scroll weighting, then all the other uniques are going to get cheaper. Well, not all of them. Tebow will probably stay the same, but yeah, things like the buckler will be like 1 mil. So there'll be a bunch of purples like Justy that are just essentially non-purples. They may as well be white lights. That they're that invaluable. Poplo, what do you think? Chambers guy?
I mean, I think just increasing. I think they could either just increase purple chance, nobody's going to complain. And also when you think about it too, the way when you increase purple chance, the items that are like it says, yeah, it puts downward pressure on everything, but it puts less downward pressure on certain items, right? The more rare items, the ancestral and stuff, even though you're seeing more purples, you're still going to be seeing more prayer scrolls. Like yeah, proportionally, there's going to be still proportionally more prayer scrolls than there are going to be ancestral robe tops. So they'll come down a little bit, but they won't, like nobody cares if the arcane and the dex like come way down. Yeah, everyone just wants to see more purples. Yeah, Tiba, like other stuff will come down a little bit, but if it like, you know, if they come down whatever 10% or something, that's not a big deal. Like you're still going to be very happy you got a ancestral split. Like you're still going to be crazy over the moon you get a Tebow. But now, like, also it's going to shave off time for the whole grind, like collection loggers. I think just everyone's going to be happy just to increase purple chance because the way that they make it sound in here, they're like, oh, yeah, I feel like they make it sound like all the items are going to tank. Like, yeah, this is going to just cause so many more items to come into the game and it's going to make, like, stuff way cheaper. Or, like, I feel like this is kind of a leading example here.
I think they're scared, so they're trying to like get ahead of it, but I think they misread that people would be with them. Because if you look at the CG thing, it was like way too scary to touch the drop rates of like the BOFA. So then if you look at the Tebow thing, I feel like they were just really nervous here. They're trying to play it safe. Like, I don't know if you guys want this.
Tebow's the best item in the game. And it's the most chase item for essentially any account. And I think everyone agrees on that. And everyone also agrees that Chambers, while a raid, it is a little dated in some places. The drop table is too bloated. They put too many best in slot things on it that could have come from different content, which would have made it like the time to completion. Like they didn't really think about it at the time, right? It wasn't really designed around Iron Man. They didn't design around. It
was the only raid.
Didn't design around completion. And a lot of this summer sweep up is designing around Iron Man, in my opinion. Like at least a good chunk of it, especially Cox. So they need to do it in a way that they can either remove something off the drop table, which is pretty radical. They've done it before, but they could like take off the buckler or take off the dins and stick it somewhere else. Like that's definitely a choice. Or I honestly just increase the purple rates, like even by a few percentage. Like, you know, maybe instead of needing 60,000 points to get a purple roll, maybe you just they can just pick a number that they're happy with, right? Just bring it up to 800,000 points or 750. Because at the end of the day, when you're raiding, what do you want to see? You want to see purples. And yeah, when you get a shitty one, it sucks, but just seeing more purples across the board would be more fun, I'd say.
Yeah, I think they just have to figure out, it's a slippery slope to, like, I mean, they can tune it however they want, but, like, obviously TOA is just way over-tuned, where you're seeing a purple every other raid.
Yeah.
But, and then, like, you've seen what it does to those prices. But I think each raid just kind of has its own unique, like, situation right now. And if they increase purple chance, I don't think they're ever going to decrease it. And then I have an opinion on the next one, Hoyt. But why don't you talk about the re-rolling?
Yeah. I'm just gonna mention real quick for reference. I've got Temple up here, so people have been talking about just how long Chambers is to complete compared to the other raids. I know a lot of that can be the capes, so I don't take this math with a grain of salt, but
I would ignore the capes because it's irrelevant to such a small amount of people.
Yeah, I would. I don't have that data. But yeah, I agree. So, but I think when you're looking at mega rares, Tebow is the one you do not want to get dry on as an Ironman, like for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Compared to
hours wise, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you have TOA takes 600 hours to complete on Temple efficient. TOB 660 to complete. Chambers 775. That's 18% more than Tob and like was it 30% more than TOA. So even if you take some of those off for the capes, I know it's still like not balanced, and it was never really intended to be. But yeah, as Poplo was saying, they also proposed this idea of re-rolling. So if you get a arcane or dex, you can right click, re-roll, and either it disappears or boom, it turns into a Tebow. I love this. I think bring the gambling back, and maybe it increases the value of the prayer scrolls. So inversely, people but I don't know, because when we talk about the pet rerolls for bosses, people tend to agree that it was kind of toxic, but that's a very different thing. I think if you're with the boys, you get a dex like, what should I do, boys? Do you want 1 mil or should we rip it, or an arcane? Like rip it, and it turns into nothing. Like,
would you have to do it as soon as you complete the raid, or would you be able to take your prayer scrolls over to like they do with Moons of Peril, where you can actually just bring the items over?
It'd have to be as soon, well, because otherwise you could buy them.
Yeah, otherwise then Chambers becomes viable. So this is like a slippery. This is a really tough one, and honestly, it's hard to say what it is when we don't know what the like X in the fraction is. Like it's 1 over something. Is it 1 out of 10? Is it 1 out of 50? 1 out of 100, like that change. That's really what matters. And I think if they're gonna do that, like just buff purples, like just buff the purple rate.
Yeah,
bring it more in line. That would be like more fun.
I say do both.
Okay, make this
I just think the gambling is if you're that rich, and it's only worth a couple mil, it'll drive the price up, and it just lets people have some more fun with no harm to themselves. Think about Chambers, especially coming from an Iron perspective. I think I've essentially completed. I'm missing Dragon Claws, but I'm gonna have to go get them now, considering what's gonna happen to my Burning Claws. But yeah, I have completed Chambers because I got full Ancestral and a Tebow. Those are like the things you're really looking for, besides the scrolls, which you're basically gonna guaranteed get. I would say almost all my friends that play Iron Man don't have all 4 of those things. Like they have a Tebow and 2 ancestral pieces, or a Tebow 1 ancestral piece. It takes forever to get ancestral because the table is so bloated. Yeah. Like it takes forever. Like I think it's something like 1,000 raids on average, or maybe more. It's bad.
So the thing is, if you're looking for max gear on an Iron Man, like that's your goal. Like you really want to get all the best PvM stuff. You're gonna be at Chambers for a long time, regardless of whether you get a Tebow early or not.
Mm-hmm.
So it has that kind of. What's the problem? I guess there's a few other bosses that are the same way, right? Like Corrupted Gauntlet's the same thing. Like you're going to be there a long time, whether you get the thing early or not, because you need 6 armor seeds.
Yeah.
So there's like a time gate to it. So yeah. Anyways,
I feel like with the re-rolling thing, it's like they're trying to. Oh, this is a way that we could fix the problem that the drop rates aren't that great. Like you could just re-roll a drop when you get it, but then like this feels like just a fun like band-aid way to fix this problem of drop rates. Like, why don't they just fix the drop rates, and then we wouldn't feel like we had to re-roll it. And plus, that's such a weird. It just feels so weird, like, to be able to re-roll a purple. Like, you can't do that at any other place. It's just this arbitrary place that, like, yeah, you can do this because drop rates suck. You can actually re-roll this to try to get another thing. Like, why don't they just make drop rates not suck? Like,
what I really want them to do. What I really want them to do for Chambers is to change the chest system at the end.
Yeah.
And make it more like the other two raids. So the best part of the other two raids is that you roll into the chest room, you see purple, and you get stoked. Whereas at Chambers, it just pops instantly, and just for you individually, you don't know if your teammates got one without looking at the chat box.
And your teammate ruins it.
They don't have a lot of. The thing is, they don't have a lot of space in the area, though, right? Like they would have to add like a chest room.
They could do it. They just reworked Skatiza's whole boss layer.
Well,
they could add a room.
I think they could do it pretty easily. I think that if they just didn't broadcast it until you actually pop the chest, that would that would be the same as every other raid.
Yeah,
but then he's like, oh, got a purple, everyone like line up, like.
Or they add like another feature that shows you that someone else has gotten the purple.
Yeah.
Like a light shows up on
there's a
lantern that lights up or something, or like a little
like
flame.
a crystal that glows purple or something on the side.
Yeah, so like yours is like, white, but you're like, oh shit, someone pulled something.
But the crystal's glowing, so you're like, someone got a purple. Whose is it?
Yeah,
What'd you get?
Just it would be sweet if it popped.
Oh, that would actually be sick. Yeah, like a crystal on the side that either just pops up, like it pops up purple if someone got something. Dude, that'd be sick.
I that's really like a quality of life I'd love to see, because right now it's like there's always one guy. Should we hide the chat boxes? There's always one guy that's like, it's an arcane. You know, the excitement kind of can be spoiled often. Whereas, you know, when I've done trains before and people have pulled a purple, like, oh my goodness, purple, and you pull it, it's actually a cool item, or even just an arcane. You're like, you still get that excitement, and that's part of the fun of raiding. So
yeah, totally.
And they don't even mean to when it's a good thing too. If it's a T-bow, they instantly go, "Oh my god!" And you're like, "What?" And you're like, nothing."
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? All right. Moving forward, we got a lot to get through still. Big gear buffs. Is there anything else on Chambers you didn't get to say that you wanted to, either of you?
No,
I hope they increase the rate, because
and that was one of their options. Option 3.
Yeah, because Poplo wants to pull a sub 100 KC T-bow, so it's gonna happen. We already know it. First purple.
He does have the group,
and then he's gonna go on a crusade against. Then he's gonna go on a crusade against drop rate, so he can get his full ancestral by 200 KC.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You guys are all just soft. T-bow rates are fine. Everything's fine.
Yep.
So true. I mean, I will say the final thing on Chambers, RuneScape is a different game when you own a twisted bow. Playing with and without a T-bow is like one of the biggest changes in the whole game.
Because you got to think about that, like 770 hours or whatever, Hoyt, you said. That's efficient with the T-bow.
Yeah.
It goes dramatically.
Just think about how good the T-bow is.
That's the fastest possible.
Every piece of content.
That's another way to put it. The fastest possible that you could complete this. Well, that's not true. The average luck.
That's 20-minute solos, or it 17 minutes.
You could finish it in 30 raids, whatever, or
the realistic.
No, because the capes.
That's probably 5-man CMs.
Yeah, I don't know how Temple gets theirs, but
you're going fat. I'm telling you, you got a Bofa and a whip. You're not getting that. It's probably double that.
No,
So yeah, I think changing it is good. But this is definitely going to be another blog in the future, and I'm sure they'll lay out some like more consistent options, and people will get to vote.
Well, they just should put out the numbers that they're thinking before. Like, that would answer a lot of questions, I think.
I personally
think
that
they do the work and then get shut down.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think they should just make an integrity change on this one and just decide, because I think a vote is for this kind of important change is kind of silly, because a lot of people voting haven't done enough chambers to really have like an opinion, a proper opinion on it. So I'd rather them just like as the people who have all the numbers and behind the scenes just consult some of the players that do a shit ton of chambers and then come up with a solution.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Moving on, we got a lot here. Gear buffs. We talked about the Sang staff being dead. They're going to buff it. Increased heal, base rate, or base hit increased, and the cost reduced to cast. this weapon needs a lot of love. I think Eye of Ayak was the nail in the coffin for sure with this weapon. It was already struggling, but what do you guys think of this? Will it be enough?
6 years too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
This would have gone so hard to 2020.
Yeah. Yep.
This change.
Maybe OP.
Yeah,
up next,
the shadow just kills everything, doesn't it?
Yep. Shadow.
I foresee a mage like rework in the future at some point.
Yeah, mage is kind of all over the place because shadow, and we saw that with confliction gauntlets and how many times it went back and forth with the community.
Yeah.
So Soul Reaper Axe is buffed, more strength bonus, higher damage per stack, and stacks cap at 3 instead of 5, so you faster ramp up and less HP loss. Heartless, you recently completed yours, which is a mammoth task on an Iron Man, especially when you get that dry. So waiters wait. It's a good day for you.
Yeah, I think this is it needed a buff. It was essentially a whip before that put you down to 60. That put you down to 60 HP. It really wasn't worth going for. It was just a bit of fun because I was dry on the scythe, and I think just me and my friend Chet were the only people I knew that had Soul Reaper axes, and he's a degenerate gamer as well. So it wasn't really worth going for, and both of us had like max gear to go for it. This is going to make it definitely, you're going to think about going for it. I still probably think overall it won't be worth it at like hours wise, because it's a lot of gaming to get a Soul Reaper axe. But if you're interested in Virtus, if you're interested in getting all the rings, it's definitely something you should think about, because the extra max hit plus now you're no longer sitting at 60 HP for everything, you'll be closer to 80 HP. It's not bad. I think it's quite good. And then there's also like the damage buff will like increase that 125 strength. So it's actually quite a significant buff to its power, and definitely worth thinking about if you're going to be doing certain content, or if you're struggling to get a scythe, like this might actually be a grind you want to go for now. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more worth it. Like when you're, you finish your DT2, maybe you're 2 out of 4 axe pieces or something on the way. Just makes it a little bit more worth it to go finish it off while you're going for scythe.
Yeah, and hopefully the value goes up for mains to do that as well, but no one's doing it. But I don't know.
True.
But overall, still like a niche. While it's a good weapon, but something that you probably won't want to go out of your way to get. But yeah, happy for mains who increase the price of it too, I think.
How do you guys feel about the pieces being untradeable still? Do you think that was a good choice?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Keeps the value really high. Now, I actually think that you probably still won't want to go for
Is it worth it? We just talk about how it's not powerful.
I don't think the Soul Reaper axe is going to be worth going for still, because they just buff the rapier and the blade anyway, so
yeah,
it kind of doesn't really make it worth. I'd rather just go for Blade of Saildor, or I just get a rapier at Tob and use that in certain rooms. It's probably going to be the best move.
So is it currently the best pre-scythe weapon at Tob?
Yes. It was before as well. It is now. It also, another thing is, before, when you're on 60 HP, 5 stacks takes a long time to ramp up. It's hard to use in certain rooms. You have to really know what you're doing, because you're sitting at low HP and you can get like clapped by the maze. You can get clapped by Sodaseg. You can get clapped by, you can't even use it at the Nilo King because it doesn't ramp up fast enough.
Right.
You really have to manage your HP at Verzik. There's a bunch of things you had to be able to do to use the Soul Reaper axe, and now it just makes it easier to use as well.
Okay. Good deal. I would love to go for one. I probably never will, but the other problem is as soon as you get one, you get a scythe right after.
It's true. It happened to me. I have to say though, like even though I did go 4,000 KC dry at Duke, or 4,500, I actually enjoyed the Soul Reaper axe grind. It was pretty fun.
It's great, and you get Virtus along the way. I assume.
Yeah, got full Virtus, got a bunch of rings. Yeah, it was a fun grind. I got a bunch of pets too, and the supplies were not terrible from some of the bosses. So yeah, it's not a horrible grind. It's kind of fun. And then you got 4 different bosses to do as well.
Yeah. All right. Up next we have the Grazi Rapier. Accuracy is increased by 6, strength bonus increased by 4, as well as the Saildor. Accuracy plus 6, strength bonus increased by 4. This means it guarantees a max hit in all setups. Is it enough? Do you guys think Rapier and Saildor would be seen, or still dead content?
Meh. It's a little bit
I
of
think
love,
it's-
but
Definitely
love.
Saildor, but
Before they were like the same as a whip,
Nah.
basically. But yeah, it's not bad. Saildor's good now.
Yeah.
Would you go for one? I don't know.
no.
It's not worth it.
I still
Not for
don't think
one
it's
max
worth
hit.
it.
But
Oh,
it
no.
gives a little bit love to the rapier. So if you do pull one, you'll get to use it instead of a whip on certain Slayer tasks.
All right. Up next, Pegasians have been buffed with a +1 range strength bonus. Wow. For reference, your Runite bolts are 100 range strength bonus. So these are
dropping
+1.
the wow for this. This is the
Wow.
the pre
This is
wow. That's big. It's
Yeah.
big for the green boot lovers.
What are they doing here? +1 is, it's
I mean, it
nothing,
like
right? It's
makes
something.
Were they the
difference
most
that-
expensive useless item in the game before this buff? They were useless.
Yes.
And like they were like 30 mil and they give you nothing.
The Zerite Vambraces are +2 range strength. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
they're
decent.
half
You know,
of
maybe
Zerite.
are you gonna get this new, in combination with the new amulet that we'll talk about later? It gives you +2 strength, so max hit. It's good.
And
Good
Irons
change.
have to do 280 mediums to go on rate for it. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, and
it needed a little bit of love as part of the
Needed love.
progression.
Is this enough? I don't know.
I think
Well, I
+2
mean-
would have been fine. I would have pushed it more. Like
Well,
they're pretty
yeah.
bad.
Avernic treads give you +2 range strength. So
Yeah, but they also give you
Yeah,
a bunch
so-
of other stuff.
I know, but that like they can't make it better than that. So
I guess so. You can make the accuracy a
Make
little
them
bit
both
worse.
better. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Well, buff the
Okay,
buff me treads.
yeah, so why not?
Better. Yeah,
Buff
there
the
you go.
whole game. It's +1 on everything.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Zerite crossbow's weak. Why don't we buff its spec?
Yeah, T-Bow's weak.
I
Let's
agree.
double
Triple
its
your
range.
max.
Let's double its range
you guys
strength.
are crazy.
Yeah,
All right.
drop rates aren't good enough. Let's 5x them.
That's good.
We move on.
Speaking of buffs, the Master Wand and Ancient Scepter will be buffed to 10% magic bonus. The Master Wand was 0 and Ancient Scepter was 5, so now they're both going to be 10, matching the Dragon Hunter Wand. Dragon Hunter Wand had its spotlight and now it's back in the bin. That's kind of disappointing. It had this cool niche where it was like kind of worth going for. But now I mean, you have to get an Ancient Scepter anyways. You don't have to, but you really should. It's a lot easier to get, so
It also
Yeah.
makes a Master Wand worth going for early because nobody gets a Master
Yes.
Wand until they get the Kodai,
unless you're me.
unless you're Hoyt.
me.
And
you-
then, yeah,
yeah, a little tizzle.
you got other problems.
So that is good because you can get that really early. It's guaranteed, and you get magic levels while you're doing it when you're still low level, which can surprisingly be valuable. Once you get to barraging, magic levels are trivial, but until then, each one counts.
Oh yeah,
All right. Dead content here. Aqua Knight Hopper is buffed. They still said they don't want it to compete or actually be good, compared to Twisted Buckler, which makes sense. But this is out of the
Yeah.
sailing things released. This and like the blowpipes are completely dead. And then this one was really surprising. Bell's Folly drop rate increased to 1 and just 75 instead of 1 and 256.
Why are you surprised about that? Defend your position.
It's just a massive buff. I'm not unhappy, but it's just like they, cut it by 3.5x.
yeah,
I mean that's
yeah, dude. It's a
not
garbage. It's not even enough. It should be free. It's a garbage.
150.
I shouldn't say it's a trash weapon, but it's like a weapon that
Well,
you're
it
only going to
is.
use. You're going to use it for the moons. You want it on an Iron Man before you go to the Moons of Peril.
and you just never
Do
will.
you? Yes. Do you really want to go and inefficiently kill Shalebane Griffin after unlocking it with Slayer points?
Yeah, see
And
now
then
it's like
having
at
to
least
grind
you
for
can
it.
Getting
get
the task. The task is
Yeah,
impossible.
I'm saying now at least you'll probably get it on the first task you get. But
Right,
you
yeah.
still now at this point have to make a choice if that's worth the Slayer points that are precious when you're unlocking this. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's probably a good debate now. They should just make it come from the little griffins.
Yeah,
They should make it 250 from the Little Griffins and 75 from Shalebane.
Or hell, make
Give
it
it
1 in
another-
500 from the little griffins and make it take a long time, but you can do it off task.
yeah.
It's like it's not worth any money. People don't care about the price. No mains like killing Shellbane Griffin. It sucks.
Give people a reason to
It's an extremely
do
cute
sailing.
pet. That's the only reason people do it.
It is worth 400k.
Do you guys think that they made a
Nobody cares.
mistake making Shellbane Griffin a Slayer boss?
Yeah, you know my opinions.
Yeah, but
Okay.
what the mistake was is, I don't know. I
Bringing
think
it into the game.
like getting the tasks is just horrendous. They should be unlocked. They should be common, and then you turn them off as soon as you're done. And
or
no one
you
ever
should
talks
be
about
able
them
to
again.
you should be able to kill Shellbane Griffin off task. That's really all they need to do. This is not enough.
That's
like these
that's
low
actually
level
true.
If I was on a low level iron again, I would want the Bell's Folly. Obviously, it'd be cool to have for the moons, especially because that moon is annoying. You want the high accuracy stab weapon. Like I'd want this, but I wouldn't want
let
to
it
go
be like
and
the
get a
mole.
task. Do it off task. Lose your 20% buff. Yeah, exactly.
Imagine if Giant Mole was a Slayer boss. So
and then also
fucking
that would help the endgame community because a lot of people grind this pet because it's super cute. And
yeah,
now you can just do it off task, and
it's a fun, chill fight. I love doing it for bingo. It's so easy,
Yeah.
you know. Just
But
chill.
and then when you could leave it in the Slayer rotation, and when you rip it, you can still go and kill it. But now having to be forced task only, bit cringe.
Yeah. All right. So they're fixing that. Maybe some more buffs still needed. Then we have the
Sailing
Vendor
dead
Bow.
content. Surprise.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
We have the Vendor Bow is going to be easier or better to use because of some behind the scenes engine work. It'll find targets more reliably. So keep an eye out for that if it starts feeling a little different to use. Next, we got a massive one. Pumping through these. Inquisitor armor. They're doing a lot here. So I'm going to remove the set bonus and add 5 strength and 7 crush to the mace, guaranteeing 1 to 2 max hits. The helmet and chest will be buffed to match the slash bonus and strength bonus of Oath Plate. Cool. And yeah, that was it for just the armor. So Inquisitor armor, what do you guys think? Will this fix it? Will you start bringing this instead of Oath Plate with your Torva for the helmet sometimes? I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it worse now than it was before?
I don't know what they mean by the remove the set bonus. That's for the mace. So I guess they'll just
Set bonus?
They removed the set bonus for Inquisitors. So it used to have a set bonus where it gave you additional accuracy and damage when you're wearing the full set. But they removed that and buffed the pieces. I think the idea is if you're using like 2 pieces on Slayer task, it's going to be better. Or if you're using, which it would be for sure. But now when you're using the full set, I think it's maybe worse than before, or at least just equivalent. So it feels like less of a big buff and more of like a side grade, like a minimal side grade again. What do you think, Poplo?
Someone's got to run the numbers on this. I just don't know.
I think you got to run the numbers, but I don't think it's as significant as it looks.
Yeah.
Because that set bonus was putting in some work before. The mace buff's obviously nice.
I don't get why they can't just make the set good. It's iconic. It's so hard to get.
It looks so cool.
Oh, dude, it's just.
And I have
awesome.
a full set. There's so many reasons why they should buff it. Like it's
You have
just
the
obvious.
full set? That's crazy.
So it makes it better for the mace. I don't know how it does with the site though.
Yeah, it's.
Someone's got to
But
run
the
the
fact
numbers on
that
the
the
site.
fact that we have to run the numbers and think about it when they put it in the buff section is a little concerning. It's obviously a buff with the Slayer helm. Like I think that goes without question, and that's what they're aiming for. But I wonder at Fasani's if it even moves the needle at all. It might just not. And that's currently the only place you use the full set, I believe.
I hope it does. I'm waiting.
Fasani's is the only place, right, that you use it?
With
There's
the
no other
scythe,
place.
yeah. Well, I mean, other than Slayer tasks.
I mean, I guess but off Slayer, non-Slayer tasks, I think Fasani's is the only place where you main full Inquisitors.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you're doing like off task.
Like KQ?
No, you just use 2 pieces. I guess if you're doing off task, you would.
Off task
but
KQ.
that's pretty niche. Off task KQ.
Yeah.
If you're doing off-task KQ,
No
you're
one cares.
probably doing alt and stuff.
A Raxor.
You probably have
Do a Raxor,
something wrong
right?
with you.
You can't do Raxor off-task, so I think it's really
off-task,
just
yeah.
Visani's.
I guess the
So
Slayer helm is bigger here, yeah.
I'd be
Huey-
curious
Huey
when this comes
Codal?
out. I'm surprised
Yeah.
they just didn't buff the skirt as well, like bring it up to +4. It's at +2 right now.
Huey, and I think that's about it. Okay.
Whatever. I think this one we need to let it play out for a bit. But I'm
Yeah,
glad
let
that they're
No
looking
Monkey
into
run
it.
some calcs. Tell us if it's.
I'm sure the monkey did something.
Yeah.
He obviously has influence because he got a few changes into this blog.
Oh, yeah.
So
Speaking of
monkey.
influence, Mr. Sebe was preaching about this, and I think they listened to him. The Rosewood Blowpipe can now use darts up to rune instead of adamant.
Hooray!
The Rosewood Blowpipe is incredibly hard to get as an iron.
Still bad, right?
It's still not good, yeah.
It's just terrible. It was supposed to be like, a pre-blowpipe item, and it's just god awful. You would, by the time you had like 90 wood cutting, and then you did fishing for a rare drop for a squid beak, and then I'd probably fletching to make it. I don't know. Anyways, then you can only use adamant darts. It's just ridiculous. So you'll be able to use rune. I don't think that'll change anything though. People still want to use it or get it. And then speaking of things people don't use or get, the Shaman Mask now gives +2 magic instead of -6. I think this is for the free-to-play community.
Free to play.
So good for them. They don't get much. So hopefully this allows them to use the Shaman Mask. Big nerfs. Heartless talked about it earlier. The Burning Claws cost has been increased from 30 to 35% spec. So no more triple specking. Or at least you got to wait for that spec orb to be at just the right spot. They're too good, and they want people to get Claws or Void Waker and have more of a reason, and there's no room for them to create more spec weapons. So yeah, how do you guys feel about this? Long time coming or
3 years too late? 3 years
way too late.
There's no way that they should release a low level Slayer drop that rivals Dragon Claws, because that's what it does.
And gives 2 bis weapons for multiple in-game bosses. Not in-game, but
they're outrageous. Anyone who's used Claws knows that they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're best in slot, even like Coliseum and stuff like that, like high HP places. They rival Dragon Claws.
They're still extremely good right now, but they can't be triple spec. Which is
they'll still be strong, but they're not nearly as good now. They definitely have a place, but they're a stepping stone, which they always should have been, instead of like an equivalent to D-Claws and Void Waker.
I think that's a really good way to put it, is that they don't feel like a stepping stone right now. I mean, it's going to feel bad, obviously, but if you got Burning Claws and you're like, oh yeah, that's good enough. I don't really have to go for for Void Waker or Dragon Claws. Like, I can eventually, but I'm happy where I'm at. So it'll just make it a little bit more like, they're not, they're good, but they could be better. I might still want to go for these.
It's a little bit
16.
It's not a lot. Yeah.
So they needed this, dude. They needed this. Well, like, I've been using these Burning Claws for 3 years in top, and haven't even thought about going to get Dragon Claws because they're, ever so slightly worse.
I do hate when things are too one-dimensional. You have a one-size-fits-all, and they've been a one-size-fits-all for Iron Men and for, mid-game accounts forever. Just take your Burning Claws. You don't even need to look it up. Just take them. So I like seeing a little bit of variety, and it's time they got taken off the pedestal. We had a good run. Up next, we got some PvP stuff. The Soulflame Horn and Atlatl both perform way too well at PvP, and they're just wondering what they should do about that. They didn't propose a solution, but maybe they did. I didn't write it down, but this was cool of them. They're basically just saying, hey, these are really busted. Well, what do you guys want? So I like that approach. So what do you guys want? We don't like when they release, what's the word? Just like silly rules that only apply to the wilderness, right? It's just annoying, hard to keep track of. But, should we do that here? What do you think?
Who cares? No one's complaining about these.
I think just PvP people are, right? Like, I think the Atlatl's too strong with like a torso and stuff.
Just go
Yeah.
get an Atlatl
Just-
then. Like,
Or just make
Just
it that
use
you
it
need
then.
to be wearing a piece of armor with it, or 2 piece, or the full set. Give it a stat bonus.
Soulflame must just be in multi,
Nah.
right? Because you can't
just leave
benefit
it.
elsewhere.
Yeah, soul flame horning. Can you
And if
soul
so,
flame
do
horn
an
in singles?
integrity change. I don't know.
Yeah, just do an integrity change for soul flame horn that can't be used like in PvP or something.
I think Atlatl, maybe they need to slightly nerf it. Where is it used in PvM? Early Zulrah?
Yeah, early
Atlatl?
Zulrah, early Coliseum.
I mean, you use it at
Also-
raids too before you get.
Yeah, early
Bofa.
raids is good. Better than
Yeah.
MSB,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
It's good.
So, I mean, would we like to see it nerfed a little for PvP? That'd be dumb. So,
Yeah, I don't think
No,
so. They gotta
leave it
come up with
alone.
Just
something.
I think it
leave
also
who
opens the
cares?
door for people to PvP because it's less switching and more food. Like, it's like just easier to get in your foot in the door with a one-way swap. So,
Just make it stronger when you're wearing the full set. I think that'd be a good change.
there you go, because the PvMers don't wear the full set.
And then
sometimes.
PvPers don't only bring the Atlatl.
they
I
don't.
think that's the thing. They bring like a one-way. Then they have a one-way really strong range switch.
Yeah, but I
So
think
make them
PvMers
bring.
don't bring the set either. Unless, I guess Raids you would, but Zora you wouldn't. No,
I don't
Zora
know.
you would. I don't know. All right.
I'm not. I don't know
We're
much
not
about this one,
PvPers.
honestly. We'll leave it to the other communities.
Let us know in the comments what you think for the PvP community. A couple more sections to go through here. New items. I thought this was cool. New magic amulets for low levels are coming out. Or they're proposing them, whatever. Air, water, earth, and fire all now have an amulet you get from killing low-level, irrelevant Slayer mobs like Killer Watts. And
Yeah.
Heartless.
Low
They
level
are.
irrelevant Slayer mobs.
They're all
So
irrelevant.
true.
It's hilarious.
So this gives you, a new collection log. You can go hunt them. They're going to be pretty common, like 1 in 50 or something. And then you can combine all 4 for the elemental amulet for a +2 max hit on all elemental spells and +10 accuracy.
So
I
cool.
love this. I think it's awesome.
And it should give you double. It should
Yeah, it's
double
cool.
up with the twin flame stuff too. So it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
Big fan. All right.
That's gonna that's like
another-
gonna be best until you get to get a cult.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I love. Well,
That's actually-
before though, there was no magic amulet before cult.
that's true.
You just.
I'm
So
gonna
I
have to go
think this
get
is great, and I think they should do more early game like little buffs like this, more early game equipment.
Yeah, I totally agree. It gives people something to hunt when they're low level because there's not a lot of things to hunt. You're just told to go quest, like so like let people go on their side quests and like go get some collection logs. It's fun. Get the muleta and then go get your elemental thing. The items are the fun part of the game sometimes. So, speaking of that, they're also releasing a range necklace from Turoths for +1 range strength, which is the same as they just gave pegs, and 12 range accuracy, which is more than they just gave pegs. For reference, broad bolts are 100 range strength and runite are 115. I just think it's funny.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I think this is awesome. No more amulet of accuracy. You can go get this cool new range necklace from Turoths. I think that's a big W. All right. Miscellaneous changes. Most people just kill abyssal leeches for rune pouches, so they're going to buff the other mobs down there, the guardians. They're also going to reduce their defense, so they drop more common and they're easier to kill. This is so you can get your rune pouch. If you die, they lose it, your first one, whatever. They're going to fully, this one was kind of weird to me. I kind of like it though. They're going to fully restore your run energy when you complete a quest. Okay.
Pretty cool.
Sure.
I like that idea.
I like it. Yeah. They're going to add 1 to 3 dose energy pots to early game loot tables. They're also going to buff them to restore 15% run energy per dose, up from 10. And they're going to make them easier to make with Herblore. I think right now they're Hairlander, and they're going to make them Guam. I think this is brilliant. Get them in people's hands on accident from a loot table. They say, oh, what are these things? Oh my god, I don't have to walk everywhere, or I can have more run energy. I can make them. I have all these Guam, so I think this is brilliant. You guys like this?
I love all of it except that they're changing the Herblore XP. I mean, it makes sense, but like they said they were changing the XP down to 45 from 67.5, and it's like that was actually a decent. I made a bunch of energy potions.
Yeah, I got
like early on the account.
Yeah,
so
chocolate dust
XP.
is easy to get.
Yeah,
right?
it's you just buy it. Yeah, it's super easy.
I did the same. Even to get to like 90, I was like squeezing out every Harlander.
Yeah. So
also,
like,
you get a lot more Harlanders from drops than you do Guams. You almost get no Guams.
Well, maybe.
Whereas I think I have 10,000 Harlanders, but I have 0 Guams.
Well, it's actually you just don't pick them up.
No, because you get Harlanders as drops from like raids and all sorts of stuff. So if you're doing like low levels, like you're gonna have big chunks of them. But yeah, you don't get any Marantils or Guams except dropped as individuals. So it makes it so that you have to farm. Dude, I literally have been doing Marantil farm runs. How embarrassing is that?
You're so down bad. I need to make
Guthix rests. I need to make Guthix rests, and they each take 2. I need them for my combat achievements.
That is
depressing.
This is the horseshoe theory, where both ends of the spectrum end up coming together. So you're next to the noobs doing Marantil runs, but you're at the
end. Yo, what's up, dude? What are you farming? Ranars. What about you, big dog? Oh yeah, Marantils. Don't worry about it.
Hit you with the question marks.
Yeah, so true.
That's good. All right. So overall, good. Run energy is still a problem, even with the changes for early levels. People recognize every leagues that comes out. They're like, why can't we just have this? But the other problem is agility they're trying to work on that has to have some reward. So maybe it's just a lot better, more shortcuts. I think that'd be fine. Whatever. Next, they're going to add a create last option to lecterns for teletabs. I love this. I hated clicking on the menu like 4 times. You have to click all and then scroll. Like I'm mobile, I usually do this. So this is nice. Just swap left click, create last. They're going to make, this is a big one for you PvMers. They're going to make the Gommel's Lucky Penny from Master CAs an account unlock. Right now you have to equip it in your blessing slot, which is obnoxious. So they're just going to let you have it running all the time. And what it does is it gives a 5% chance to not use a charge when using charged items like jewelry and weapons. You two are both
Pretty
Master
cool.
CA holders. What do you think? All good?
Yeah, we'll take it.
The monkey got his way. I use my penny all the time whenever I have the opportunity to because
you lost those
works,
soul runes.
because it works on the shadow, it works on the side. I bring the penny as a switch to whisper. That's how
insane.
down bad I am
That's
for it. You got.
like that.
Come on, if you're going to be using the shadow a ton, it actually makes a significant difference to have the
smart.
penny. It's actually a genuinely good thing, but bringing it as an inventory slot sucks because there's so many other things that you want to bring. Arrows you want to bring. This is a massive quality of life. It only has one downside.
What's up?
It makes the eternal glory grind on an Iron Man with Master CAs harder. So, because when you decharge your
that's wild.
Inventory of
It's
glories,
5% harder.
you'll have a 5% chance.
Oh my gosh!
So what do you think I'm going to be doing until this change comes through?
You're the only one who thought of this.
Oh my!
I guarantee
goodness.
they haven't thought about this. Is the only
There's no
downside
way.
I can see. So unless
That's
they're not
wild.
going to make it toggleable either.
That's crazy.
So-
Probably not toggleable. They don't do that except for leagues. Is
I
there
mean,
any
nor should
examples we
they,
can
because
think of?
I'm like one of the 5 people that has grinded for an eternal glory, so it's fine.
That's wild.
So
I
I'm
think
gonna push it.
maybe
I'm gonna
I'll
see if I
start.
can get it. I'm
I don't
gonna
have
get it
mine.
done before the summer. That's my plan.
There you
I
go.
mean, it really only slows
Wow.
it down by 5%, but it is like
Yeah.
it's a decent. It's definitely gonna add a few hours.
Probably an hour or 2. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple hours for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's
All
such a
right.
niche
2x,
thing.
I'm already 2x rate, by the way. I'm 50,000 now. 50,000 charged
We are
soon.
We're running through. We got a handful left here. I love this one. They're going to allow pets to follow you into the gauntlet, underwater areas, and mini games. Plus, they're going to let pets respawn with you on death. Hallelujah.
Yep.
Thank God.
Finally.
Even though they made the reclaims free, I don't want to go to Ardoin and do the walk of shame. And then, like with Guardians of the Rift, I think I forgot to write this down, but I forgot. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting late with my brain. But the Guardian's Eye or the Orb, whatever's my transmog for my Runecraft pet for the Guardians, it sits in your bank and you have to use it every single time you die with that pet. And they're just going to make it a permanent metamorph, whatever, unlock.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's so annoying.
Yeah, that's super
Cool.
annoying. It's just a bank slot.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know what happens if you like lose it. So maybe you have to buy it back, but I don't want to find out. Anyways, this is awesome. Next, birdhouses. I bet Heartless, you're done with your next grind. You're kicking the air right now, punching the air. So basically, everyone only does birdhouses from level 30 to 80. And at 80, herbivore is unlocked, and the percentage of people who just do birdhouses for hunter drops dramatically. A lot of people do herbivore; they want the pet. So they're going to buff the nests 50% and make them more consistent. That's the good side. The downside, they're going to reduce the XP with a big reduction at low levels and a smaller reduction at high levels. So the 99s out there, you'll see less XP for sure, but I guess it'll be small, they say. And then for the level 30s, you'll get much less because they want you to experience other content. But they're going to let everyone get more nests, so it's very profitable. And Iron Men usually do it because they want brews, not hunter XP. So, Heartless, you've done a ton of these. What do you think of this?
I mean, for me personally, big W, but I'm sure this will be a bit more controversial because people like doing birdhouse runs for XP. But yeah, doubling is like 50% more nests. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Good. I hope we have enough inventory space for them.
Yeah, they're going to, that's true, actually. They're going to make them more consistent, too. There's a big variance right now with how many you get. So they're going to make them a lot more predictable. That's a good point about inventory. Imagine, like, there's one left.
I ain't complaining if I'm getting like 25 per run. I ain't complaining.
That is true.
I'll leave one soldier behind.
Juicy.
One brew left behind, and I'll come back and get it. No brews left behind on the account.
There you go. All right, Poplo, have you been doing a lot of these on your Croplo?
I did. I got 77 hunter right now on it, but I have only done birdhouses pretty much. I'll keep doing them. I just haven't.
Abuse.
I'm not often. I don't have a timer set every 50 minutes to do this.
Yeah, it's a lot. All right. The big one, say the best for last, Nightmare. Currently, it takes 460 hours to greenlog Nightmare. For reference, everyone complains about Nex. That takes 311 hours compared to 460. And that is Fasani's. And then doing Nightmare for the jar, because it's easier to get the jar, not from Fasani's, because they overlook that. So most bosses are around 40 to 200 hours. And then again, Nightmare is more than double that. Corp is around 700, to be fair, though. This isn't the worst one, but everyone knows Corp's like that. So for Nightmare, they're going to make some changes. They're proposing. They'd like for Nightmare to be the place you go to get Inquisitor. So they want to move the Volatile and Eldritch Orbs off the loot table. For those who don't know, you get an armor set, Inquisitor. You get the mace for that armor set. You get a staff, and then you get 3 orbs that can go in the staff. So it's just got so many uniques. And then it's got a pet and a jar and a teleport. I don't think I'm missing anything. But there are 3 orbs you can get. The green one, Eldritch, it gives a prayer restore spec, kind of like the SGS. You have the red one, the Volatile. It gives a huge big damage spec. Yellow, red, orange, yeah. And then blue is harmonized, and this reduces a 5-tick normal spellbook spell to 4, but it doesn't work for ancients. So people do this with the surge spells and Ice Demon, and that's a huge DPS increase to go from 5 to 4. So, they want to take the Volatile and Eldritch orbs off, the green and orange, yellow. So, they want to make the Harmonized Orb 3 times more common when you hit the table to replace, basically, if you were to get any orb now, you'll just get the Harm Orb. And they want to make the Nightmare Staff higher weighted so that you have a staff and an orb when you at the same point in time. And then in order to like balance this, they're going to buff the unique loot table by 10% because changing the weighting of the staff messed something up. But this is pretty crazy. I don't know the last time they've taken away uniques from a boss, and they also haven't proposed where those uniques would go. There's a lot there. Who wants to go first?
Oh boy. I guess I'll start. This is obviously an Iron Man change.
Yes.
To me, this speaks the fact that
and Clogger.
They want, and Clogger, but mostly Iron Man. This is speaking to me that currently we all know Inquisitor's way too hard to get. They want to build around Inquisitors a little bit. Maybe that means Raids 4 is going to be crush based. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that, etc. But like, let's say that it is. Let's just say for example that Raids 4 is crush based. It might be longer to green log Inquisitors than it would be Raids 4 when they release it. Like, that's how hard it is. And if you want the Inquisitor stuff to go and kill, it's already hard enough to kill Nightmare. You need a lot of gear. If you want Inquisitors then to kill the new raid efficiently, because Crush does make a difference where it's important, they want players to want to go and be able to go and grind it reasonably. So I think that's my first thought. The second thought, the same goes for the Harmonized Orb. Part of the reason they can't really build around it, the shadow is too strong, is one of them. The second one is there hasn't quite been enough elemental things that have come out to make it impactful enough. And the third is it's so freaking rare and expensive that if it came out, it'd be like a bill. And people wouldn't be able to afford it. And Iron Man, I know Chet got one this week, so I know like 2 Iron Men that have harms. Like, it's such a rare item. People grind for it. Mm-hmm. You know, sweaty degen irons like Rice Cup don't even true retirement elm going for that. It's so rare. People like, Rice Cup, who has like one of the most disgusting Ironmans of all time, doesn't have one. He might now, but he didn't for a while. People really, really would have to grind for it. So for them to make it best in slot somewhere by a significant margin would feel pretty harsh towards the irons. And I know they said we don't, build around irons, but that's just not true anymore because it's like a quarter of the player base.
Yep.
That's my initial thoughts. As far as to what they do to the boss, I don't really know. It's a bit of a mess.
Poplo,
what do you think?
I don't know if I really understand everything about this because they're not changing anything at Fasani's, but they throw a little example in there of changing.
They are. I thought when they say the Nightmare, as soon as all Fasani's.
Yeah, they're just going to talk about.
No, I think they're talking.
No, actually, they're talking separate, dude. I think they're talking about the Nightmare being just Inquisitors, and then Fasani's Nightmare having the orb that you can then change into the 3 orbs.
Except for the Harmonized.
Right.
They're taking the Volatile and the Eldritch off of Nightmare, but Fasani's is still going to have all 3.
Yeah.
I think this is weird.
I mean, it's obviously they're going to come out. They're going to come out with more proposals. I think the point being, though, they want us to grind this. They want it to be a reasonable grind. And right now, even with the buffs that they did last summer, it's not good enough.
So this is funny. Here's how I read it. And this is probably wrong, but I read it as they want Nightmare and Fasani's to be the Inquisitor boss with 1 orb. And then they want to take 2 orbs and put them to either new content or old content.
Well, they can't just remove them.
The new Maggot King from the new boss. That's how I read it.
I don't think that's quite right.
They're talking about other bosses have lackluster rewards that,
Yeah. They would move, you're right, they were going to move the volley. I'm just reread it. They're moving the volley and the Eldritch to other bosses, and they just triple the drop rate of the harm. That's the idea, so that harm is like a reasonable grind.
Really?
That's what they're proposing. And then with the harm being triple the rate.
What?
Well, yeah, but it would make it so that you could actually get one on an Iron Man.
Yeah, but I want the Eldritch.
Yeah, but if they move,
well, you gotta go do something else.
Said they're gonna move it to another boss. They're gonna move it somewhere like
Giant Mole.
Yeah, I'd go to Giant Mole for a volley might. Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna put it. But
maybe
there's a bunch
Maggot
of bosses.
King. I don't know. They did show the Nightmare staff. From the Maggot.
They could throw Eldritch anywhere. Eldritch is really just like a fun spec thing. Or they could wait and put it in, and I guess they'd have to put it in right now. So they would need to put it right back into the game, or else they would go up in price by a lot. So like, where do you think they would put them if they did this?
Yeah, that was my next question.
What stands out to you is like something that needs a buff? Maybe one of the God Horse dungeons. Stick it on the next table.
Chambers
while
is
we're at it.
Great boss.
Fucking
Throw
them both on Chambers as Eric, bud. There you go.
Like, what's a great piece of content that just doesn't have good rewards?
I don't know, you could stick it on. You could stick one of them in the Coliseum, and then you could put one.
Yeah.
Where could you put the other one?
Inferno.
This is so dumb. This doesn't make sense. This is stupid.
I
This
don't.
is so dumb. We're gonna move this.
You know where you could put one. You could put one in
else.
Vorkath, I guess.
I like that a lot. Put the blue one.
What?
In Vorkath.
Blue one. No, that's the one that's staying.
We'll just switch it up.
Oh no. Okay, here we go.
Red one goes to what's his name? Galvic.
I think
Galvic. And the yellow one goes to.
What if they put one in Inferno and then they put one on Sol?
Yeah.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
I mean,
do you want to do Fasani's?
What do you propose then? What do you propose? This is their proposal. We're trying to work with it. What would you propose, Mr. Poplo? Just take Fasani's Nightmare out back and bring your gun and shoot it.
No, take normal Nightmare out back and shoot it and just make the drop rates actually reasonable from Fasani's.
So you think all they need to do is just crank the drop rates even more? Like make it 1 in 50 to get a drop?
I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? If it's
I think
460 hours to Greenlog Nightmare, even if they cut that in half, dude, that's still insane.
Dude, trust me, I know how bad it is.
I know.
I know it's bad.
Take Nightmare out back and shoot it. Put Fasani's where Nightmare is just normal. I don't let Fasani's be the only one.
Dude, I don't hate them moving those two orbs. I think it's fine. It's a little weird, but I think it's like a reasonable thing to do. But yeah, they could just increase the rates.
Why don't we just take like the Justy off of Tob, and why don't we take the Rapier off of the Tob and just put it somewhere else?
Just make it a scythe. I mean,
let's just make it a randomizer at this point, dude. You don't know what boss drops what, dude. Just put Justy on.
There he goes.
Sarah Damon's table or something.
He's crashing out. He's pissed.
Just put all the orbs on the Duke
I'm about to go British Poplo right now. You know, you guys don't want that. You don't want that.
No, British Poplo. He hates orbs. He hates the Nightmare. He hates Jagex.
Dumb idea. This is worse than I thought it was originally.
Okay. Well, you know what? They're going to come up with a blog with some other ideas, but they're basically saying they're going to.
Yeah, I think they should.
I should maybe think about this more. I think they did say that the Maggot King is just the first boss. They want more bosses on this place. Now, whether that's 2 more or 4 more, but they've said that. And I think right now, the Maggot King's done, right? It's coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I think they're looking forward to, like, what can they release? And that at the same time, I didn't even think of this, Heartless, which I don't know how I didn't think of it. But you're totally right with them trying to fix Inquisitors for Raids 4. So invest now in Inquisitors because they're definitely doing something.
How many Iron Men do you know that have full Inquisitors?
Oh, less than like 3. Like it's just so. If we're not counting YouTubers, I don't know. I don't even know if I know many. But
all the ones that I know that have full Inquisitors got an Ultra Spoon like me. Like a few other people that I've rated with that are like, you know, they got it sub 500 KC.
Everyone I know who goes for Inquisitors because they're at that point quits the game.
Yeah, it's rough.
Done.
Even with the 3 phase. So
like
I think
Raichu.
Oh my gosh.
I'm honestly super down for them to take off 2 orbs and move them. If they pull the trigger all on the same day, imagine they release like a couple bosses. I mean, it'd be a lot. But imagine they release the bosses.
But
yeah, the more I think about this, the worse it gets. Let's just take some dead content and just slap this dead content onto some other new boss that we're coming out with. Then you can get these new orbs that nobody uses. Nobody uses them.
Dead content? They're good though. You can use. They have niche uses.
No, they don't.
But they want to make them.
Doom.
Yeah, go put the volatile orb.
No one's using it there.
Dude, Wadega used it.
Well, yeah, if you're going for Delve 259,
well, maybe
it's probably good there.
Okay, Poplo, relax. The whole point is that they want to be able to build around this content. So if they could move it into reasonable grounds,
never tell your girlfriend to relax. Come on.
Yeah, relax.
I'm just getting
Poplo.
more and more angry.
Good thing Poplo's not my girlfriend. Relax, Poplo. You're gonna need to relax right now.
All right. You know what? You know what? You're right.
Going up
I'm gonna say what I think.
You're right.
You're right. You're right. I might be overreacting a little bit.
This is absolutely horrible. He's gonna go full British on him.
I'm overreacting a little bit. You're right. I should just
unprecedented.
It's totally definitely big, but Nightmare is a big problem that needs a big change. So
I'd also be fine with them just cutting everything in half. Take the 460 hours, make it 200 hours, so it's as bad as greenlogging a God Wars boss, and call it a day.
I mean, this is the price that we have to pay if we want Crush to be... We can't have it both ways. Like, Nightmare's such an issue, and if we want Crush to be good in the game and have a place, and that place might be Raids 4, then something's gonna have to go, and that's gonna be Nightmare.
We've swept it under the rug since it was released in February 2020. Is that right? Yeah,
it's been a
way older than
mess ever since then.
Okay,
yeah,
so
well,
6
this
years,
did come from a time when they used to bloat drop tables, but I mean, they're gonna have to deal with. I think they're gonna have to deal with next at some point too. But
Mod Arcane designed this,
day.
and he even admits
it's
been a huge problem with his career. It's been the bane of his existence was what he did here, and that's why they're changing it. So let us know in the comments what you think. Gentlemen, any final words about the Nightmare?
No.
All right.
No.
You've said it all.
It's been a long one. We went through all of the updates before we hit our final couple minutes. Is there anything about this you guys want to talk about? You like it overall? You think it's a W? You think it's too much at once?
Why don't we do why don't we do all of our favorite change for the sweep up? Why don't we end on a positive note?
Yeah, I like that.
What about you, Hoyt? What's your favorite change or your most anticipated change here?
I would like to get a Blade of Saildor. so I kind of like the idea. I think what I'll do is I'll go, and if I get pet, I'll stop. Because I don't have pet. So then I would... But if I stay after pet, then I think I might have a problem with, So maybe I'll do that. And then I do like the... I think the most interesting one was just seeing the aerial fishing, because I have not spent my pearls. I've been saving them. So this does help me a lot. Waiters win.
Waiters win.
But, and it was totally unexpected. So yeah, that's it for me.
Poplo, what about you?
I think I'm most interested and excited about Chambers of Xeric drop rate changes. I'm really excited to see, obviously everyone likes just things getting buffed, and so I'm really excited to see kind of what that changes into. But I think the one that I'm most excited about coming out right now currently is the Sepulchre changes. I feel like I'm going to be doing quite a bit of that on the group iron, and I did not want to do rooftops to 82 agility just because no reason to, but I'm just about to hit 76, and so I'm like, oh yeah, I could do one more level to unlock the next floor. So I think that's what I'm most looking forward to in the near future.
Sweet.
What about you?
For me, I think probably the Abyssal Lantern change. I think it's really cool now that this is usable all around the game, and I think it looks awesome. And just looking forward to everyone using their lanterns to increase the quality of rune crafting going on around the game.
It's a big one.
I wanted to mention, I forgot, you can put dyed logs in the lantern for custom effects. So my current fashionscape, I have the white firelighters on the logs in the lantern. And no one's ever seen that before because no one thinks to do that. So
that's sick.
Pro tip.
I actually did that with when I was going for sailing pet. I made an outfit around the dark claws flippers. So I kind of made a purple thing, and I had purple logs in there for a purple lantern. It's cool.
Sweet.
I cut you off, Heartless. Was there anything else you liked? Want to mention?
No, I think the Burning Claw nerf is pretty. I mean, it's not fun, but I think it's cool. It'll make people with going for Dragon Claws and the Void Waker. It'll give it a bit more love, and I think they've maybe just been lacking in the last few years as they were taken over by a mid-game item. So I think that's a really good change for the health of the game.
Yeah, I do think the Void Waker has been it had its reign, and then it instantly kind of got overshadowed. So it's kind of nice to see it come back in the light. It's always been good at TOA in a few places, but
maybe one of my favorite grinds that I've done, Void Waker. I really liked it. I know a lot of people, it's their least favorite, but I think the wildy bosses are awesome and they have great loot.
Dude, mine was the most hilarious grind. I lost.
Yeah, yours so was.
To the boss.
Yours was quite the roller coaster.
That was fun. That was a good couple episodes. All right, final short little message here. So finally, RuneScape DragonWilds is releasing the full thing. So in April 2025, I didn't realize it was this long ago, it released in early access. This is like a survival game that Jagex has been cooking up in the RuneScape world. Released in early access, it did really well. Sold around 1 million copies, maybe 1.2 or 3 at $20 to $30 each. So they made over 30 million. So good for them. I don't know how much they invested, but I reckon it was a lot less than 30 million. It peaked at 53,000 concurrent players, and then it fell pretty quickly to around 1,000 players that time. They released a bunch of nice content updates from what I've seen, and they're now around 2,000 players at any given time. It's like Valheim in the RuneScape world, but not as good as Valheim yet. Anyways, they're releasing the full big major 1.0 launch on September 15th for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Poplo, Heartless, have either of you two played this? I haven't.
Nope.
Not yet. Valheim's just about to get their 1.0 release after like 8 years too. So
yeah, maybe we all should around this time, because I would like to play. It's just there's never enough time, I'm playing other shit. Yeah. So I would like to at some point. Wishlist it. It goes on sale for like $20 sometimes, so I'd probably go ahead and get it. And if you plan on playing, instead of paying $30. But all right. Last but not least, we have some clan updates and then a Patreon really short question. Clan updates, gonna rip through them. This is the the biggest one, I think. Szechuan Wang completed the DT2 boss pets. He gets 51st pet overall. The Wisp, just over rate at 2158 KC.
Huge.
Big GZ. Poplo, have you finished your DT2 boss pets?
Yes, I did.
Nice. Okay. So you're saying you're better than him? That's messed up.
I didn't say that.
You shouldn't.
I did. I did. Dude, he's gaining ground on me though.
He is. Yeah, you're sweating.
Getting nervous.
You got that Phoenix, and then he gets one.
I know. So, we're going blow for blow right now.
Whoa. We go back for back. Oh my God. All right. So
that's like the third time you've got me on this episode.
I don't know what it's late night. It's midnight right now. Slender got a scythe. This is my favorite success story. Slender started out, joined the Discord. I assume he was listening to the podcast. That's how he found us. And he just started asking around, like, who will do Tob? Would someone do Tob? It takes a little while for people to warm up, and eventually everyone started taking him, and now he's just ripping a bazillion every day. I think this is second or third scythe to himself.
He helped a lot during the Top workshop too.
Quick learner, very it's just like the success story. You love to see it. So be like Slender. Go out there, do some Top, get some scythes. GZ on that. Chet got Harm Orb on his iron. Heartless mentioned this. Big GZ. I keep asking him what his log is. He's still missing, I think, a piece or two of Inquisitors and a bunch of other things, but progress is amazing at that. Hellhole. Bucci, got a Warhammer. Scythe of got a Beaver. A new name. Flying Hyenas got a Basilisk Jaw. I remember getting that one. That was big.
Nice.
Will got an Enhanced. And last but not least, Spice Mafia, another new name, completed their Zuck CAs. Like 12 out of 12 or 14, whatever it is.
Sweet.
Those are some of the hardest. So, PGZ.
Yeah. No Ryukusen this week.
No Ryu, yeah, I don't know where he's been.
But don't worry, I saw
he might be back next week.
While we're on the pod. He'll be back. And last week he didn't even think we were good enough for it, but he pulled a dupe Calfight Queen pet and didn't think it good enough to post. So
oh my gosh, he's held himself to high standards.
He's like, another Calfight Queen pet. Yeah, throw it on the pile. We'll see what he's gotten next week.
Insane.
That's insane. Love to see it. And huge major shout out to our in-game Patreon members who help keep the show running. Unfortunately, this is not free. We do have some pretty normal fixed costs, nothing too much. These guys help us pay for that. Forget It, Showman, Trolley D, A Fru Brews, new name, Herdy, and Bucha. So, welcome, Herdy. Good to see you here. Appreciate you. And thank you to all of our longtime supporters. We only have one question this week from Bucha. The rest of you guys need to submit some more for us, man. So Bucha asked, do you prefer hot or cold weather? For me, it's cold weather because you can dress for the cold. I'll go first while you guys are thinking. So hot or cold weather? I'd say cold because, one, I hate sweating. So like I like hot weather if I can hop in water like a pool or the beach because it like gets the sweat off me, and it chills me out. I like cold weather because usually it means I can bundle up like without multiple layers, feels like a nice hug, and I can play video games with no excuse. No one's gonna tell me to go outside. There's snow everywhere. I can just sit inside and play games and watch movies and cook and chill. So I like cold weather. It's very cozy for me. Who wants to go?
I feel very similar. I like the cold. I think working outside too. It's like hot weather is just the bane of my existence, man. So yeah, I prefer it. It's cold. If it's like so cold that like
can't feel your fingers.
Yeah, obviously the extremes are not fun, but I prefer it to be chilly than hot.
I like it hot mostly because, I don't really mind. They're both about the same, but the thing I like about the hot weather, it usually coincides with having a lot more sun, and I like having long days. Like when it's bright until 10:30 at night, it's really nice.
Vitamin D.
Well, just generally better when it sucks going to work when it's dark, and then you like finish your work and then you go home and it's dark.
Still
like,
dark.
It's quite depressing. That's the only thing I don't like about the cold and the winter.
Yeah, my grad class finishes at 9 p.m. right now, and I'll like go look out the window and it's like bright outside, and I'm like, what is going on? Why is it light out? Like, did I set my clock weird? Is it not 9? But it's like, no, it's just the summer, man. But I'm used to like year round, like 9 o'clock, it should be dark. So it's kind of trips me out. All right, boys. Anything else? That's it for the podcast. That was a long one.
We made it. My goodness.
Now it's time for a 45-minute chest room game.
Yeah, so a 9-segment quiz. Get your pen and paper. No.
What's the point, man? I'm just going to lose again.
We skip chest. He's going to lose or he's going to win and then just take massive blame.
I have a chest room for the next one. It was a viewer submission. I think it's a really good idea.
Nice. I can't wait.
It'll be good for you too as well. Thank you, boys, and we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Ya.